And apologies for that slight delay in that delay there, because we were just, getting ready for the game. So we are up to session number 18 of this, and you'll finally reach level 2.
Hooray!
Probably about 4 or 5 sessions ahead of Wednesday night.
Second Wednesday.
I don't know, they're actually enjoying what they're doing and scared crapless about it at the same time. They almost got one shot by their first monster.
Oh,
wow.
So we'll win.
Well, it was a scary monster, and some of the
okay.
new Pathfinder 2
Difference is
abilities
they almost
really
got
do
one
screw you
shot.
over.
Okay.
And it was an area
I
effect
actually
screw
got
over.
one shotted and I take it proudly.
Okay, so tonight at the table I'll go around. We have Adam.
Adam is playing Zed Sharp, the currently female, disciplined soldier, reconnaissance and intelligence expert. And she is currently still in Kermagar, and I'm very concerned about what's going to happen to her over this downtime.
It's Stefan. Just in time for you to eat.
Dramatic
We'll come back to you, Peter.
I'm playing Willy Won Kenobi, aspirant of the Lost Errant, practitioner of the renowned Tiger style, and saviour of Quest, Morgan, and now Sharp as well.
Tiger style, not dragon style.
No, Tiger style.
You don't
I
get...
spit on Dragon style.
Sorry, saviour of... You don't get to poison someone, hand them the antidote and say, ah, saved you. That's not how that works.
I dragged Sharp from a burning building. Just say it.
We saw it.
Just say it.
True.
If that's not saving, I don't know what
Why
is.
did Sharp have to be dragged from a burning building again?
Because he wanted to commit suicide against a golem.
Why did I have to get close to the golem again?
I don't know. Reason?
Was it something to do with someone stealing my bow?
I'm pretty sure Sharp started a fight in the middle of somewhere.
Pretty much.
Thank you.
So, I am playing Kroll Samara, also known as the Green Dervish. I am the supposed leader of the party, but we all know it's actually
Thank you very much.
Willie.
And
Willie solves everything.
it's an interesting thing to try and keep the people alive.
Yes.
Enough said.
There is an uncertainty in the keep people alive question that we'll leave for later. Hira.
I am playing Margot, the half hobgoblin, half gnome fighter,
In her second line.
in a second life as a now alive, previously undead gladiator. Yeah. And I've experienced the worldly pleasures of Willie and his life-saving hair.
Yes, he is such good with his hands.
So good with his hands.
Isn't it great that a hobgoblin thinks you're great with your hands?
Yes.
I'm sure the word will spread.
For Willie.
Oh, well,
And then we're up to Morgan.
Hi all, I play Quest, the Goblin. Canonically, the greatest bard in the world.
We'll go with that.
Yep.
Sounds great.
No need to change that title.
I cause mischief and I try Not cause too much trouble for the party.
Just enough.
It's good to think what is going to do when I'm not here.
Not have trouble.
No, I'd still be here.
No, we can contain your trouble. This, on the other hand, this bouncing thing of trouble.
He can jump off walls and get away from people.
So here's the thing, you might have dragged
And
Todd
jump off
from a
40-foot
burning
cliffs.
building. I'm dragging Quest, who is the burning building.
Yes.
I set it on fire.
That's right, you did set that on fire.
No, technically I kept my jar of darkness fire. I just followed the guys who did.
You thought it was a great idea.
It was a great one.
And then we have Josh.
Yes, good idea, Pocket. So I'm playing Parry Hotter, the greatest tank known to man. Also known very muchly for his downtime activities, which may not include handcuffs, rope, and / or ball gag. By the way, the video is now just being demonetized.
Well, gotta work on it where you can.
Oh no.
And then next up we have is M.
Hi, I am Juza, the human half-orc, more orcish than anything else. Though apparently found out today that I still have a human lifespan, so that'll be interesting. And I have Puppy, who is a wolf. He's a small puppy, but he will eventually be a big puppy. We just need to wait for that. And apparently I'm getting told to no for even just looking at plants. Shall I look at puppies instead?
That's fine.
I have a great jewelry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I won't say no to a puppy. I say no to a plant.
Oh cool, so I can get lots of dogs.
Yes?
Yay.
We've agreed on this.
That's definitely what I heard.
So you need that license for
Oh
dog
look,
breeding.
it's on beer.
No, I probably just need the license for owning more than 3 dogs.
That's the dog breeder's license, isn't it?
No, they're different.
Okay. Okay, so yes, you are currently on your way north from Magnemar on horses. No matter how much Quest is complaining about a horse, he's stuck on a horse. So how we got on there will be part of the story we go back to.
Probably strapped him backwards. Like, just get on the damn wall.
No, there was an option to get on the horse or you'll strap to its legs.
Duza probably just picked them up.
And we're not sure who's more uncomfortable, the goblin or the horse under the goblin. Yet, amusingly, he's the only one having trouble on the horse. Even though you've got quite a few short people with the short saddles designed for tiny people, so it looks like you got little kids on top of horses.
Yeah, definitely.
So there is no saddle for Quest, he's just strapped.
How do you make this thing soft?
So he's part of your baggage train.
Can I make the horse stop really quickly and Quest goes flying a little way?
You could, except unfortunately someone's trained those animals and you've got to convince them to do it for you.
I'm pretty sure we strapped Quest down.
I know, which is why we're going to get the horse to stop quickly and then...
But be careful, or they may ask your horse to sit and roll over
I'm good. Well, I mean, can we make it...
while you're riding it.
Yeah, I can jump off, but Quest probably can't.
Depends on if you're strapped to it as well.
I think I was strapped.
Wouldn't hobgoblins also hate horses?
Apparently not.
Really?
It's a goblin hatred because
Just a
goblins
goblin.
have
Horse trapped goblins.
The
Yeah, they have
hobbit
horse
part of
trapping,
my
yeah.
name makes me immune to horses.
But the bugbear is also a
Riding
goblinoid, but he
harnesses,
doesn't
you
have the
can
same
strap to
traits as the
saddles.
goblins.
Fair.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's my first question.
looking back at things, you have you've had 110 days since you walked out of Karmagar. Some of you, well, some of you did walk out on that day,
Somewhat faster speed than walking.
and you headed north through the deserts. During that time, you ended up stopping by someone's hometown. What happened there? How did you introduce?
That's really naughty.
How did you happen to show everyone where you live? And why didn't they kill everyone on sight?
Why did you do this to us?
So
What promises did you make?
we followed that fiery tumbleweed because that interested someone. And then we somehow ended up going in the direction of my hometown and just ended up there. we can blame Parry for being
You
interested
actually got to
in
meet one of the board leaders of the town, as he had the rest of your party at Knife Point. And what promise did you give him that allowed him to let the party free?
Ooh.
A real goblin? A real orc? The
But he's not from here.
No.
This is not his people.
Not.
He doesn't have the markings.
She's bargaining still. Here's a freak tiny orc for you to say.
And it's a freaky hobgoblin as well.
No, hobgoblin's not an orc. I'm not knowing.
Neither is a goblin.
Oh god.
My mother was an orc.
They look at you and said, not enough.
No.
Shall we round your ears for you?
So is he orc or is he Shoanthi?
But he's an orc.
Oh, he's an orc?
He's an orc.
Oh, he's an orc.
He's all orc.
Orc. Big orc. So Juice is probably looking up to him going,
Pretty
oh
much.
shit.
And being a chieftain too. So he's got muscles that are older than you are.
Muscles is muscles. His grandparents had muscles. Aren't you so glad we came with you?
Oh yeah, alright. Ooh, good question. What would do? It would probably have something to do with either raising or caring animals or coming back to oh, I don't know.
So if you're going to raise an animal, what animal are you going to bring him to appease him?
Puppies.
No, it would probably have to be something bigger than a wolf. I don't know, some sort of rare creature from
Walrus.
Walrus.
Cuckoo-cachoo.
Wobberjack. Just Quest yell it out.
Wobberjack.
Thank you.
Wobberjack.
Yeah, one of Quest's famous
There's a copy
Wobberjack.
for you.
Ooh, thank you.
We'll just find a snake
Okay,
with some bat wings to it. Wobberjack.
He gets you to promise to bring back the Sandpoint devil.
The
Sam.
Sandpoint.
There's only one.
Okay.
Does anyone know
If
what
you don't
box
do
one
that, you don't get your family sigil. Because he's basically taken it because you couldn't come up with an animal for him. He gave you an animal.
You could have given him puppies.
No, it was always gonna have to be a hunt, but
Yeah, it's got to be
Alive or
a
dead?
test of skill.
We could
He
have
wants it
hunted
alive.
an alive puppy to do.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
I'm gonna have to train that animal real good.
That's not a him problem. That's an us problem.
Technically, it's not even you.
See, all we need to do is down it instead of killing it, and
Morgan,
then
one team then. One team.
And so everyone else, sort of hears this in the background in Orcish because they are having this Orcish discussion.
Quest is translating.
It translates about 2 or 3 words before something he gets squeezed a little too hard. He gets a bit high pitched for a moment and then he just cuts out.
Oh, I remember this.
do we have to do that now? As in, like...
Before you're allowed back into the town.
Oh, before we're allowed back into the town.
And if
I know what they're saying.
And if you don't,
Is that Orcish?
Yeah.
Oh.
he's Parry. Of course he knows everything.
Yeah, I know everything.
Yeah, fair.
And basically,
I'm the party, I'm the best healer and the best sorcerer.
and they want a progress report in the next year.
Oh boy. Okay.
So you've got 1 year to start telling them what you're doing to find the Sandpoint devil.
This is where dues are marked like this section of Varisia with a big X.
No,
Not going here again.
dude would probably take up the challenge and is like, alright, I have a kill quest, essentially.
That's okay. Someone in the party knows about the Sandpoint devil.
But it's not a kill quest. You have to bring it back.
Monster Hunter.
The track.
Yeah.
Oh, sharp. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I do have to talk sharp later. That's fine.
So yes, and he says, with that they basically run the rest of you out of town. While you're having food at their expense.
Thrown at you.
Oh no, you get to sit down and eat with them. But the rest of the people get run out of town.
Oh.
We get run out of town.
Yeah.
What town is this?
We're not all
Erglen.
racist.
Oh, that was far more
The,
pleasant.
the Orc City, 200 kilometers north of Kermagar.
So basically, anyone who decided to slow down and try to go out slowly get shot in the back of the legs.
Just the leg,
And if you collapse, then they just keep going up.
Sign of weakness. Sign of giving up. They're just doing damage with that.
Well, I'd like to see you hit shots.
So that they're being fair. They didn't aim for the head.
We could
first.
arrange that if you
I'm
really
running
like.
fast enough to not and go, my will to live is strong enough. So they don't shoot.
Alright.
I can pick up and
So,
throw it at you.
I have a monster training / fetch quest
Yep.
for the Sandpoint. What was
Devil.
it? Devil. Okay. Awesome. I'm gonna presume that's like a giant scorpion or something. No.
Nothing so easy.
It's way too rigid.
Look at it this way, it's probably one of the most terrifying things in this book, in the opening area.
And you said yes. You idiot.
Well, you got to use.
It's a legendary creature that's been around for centuries.
You describe what she's going to do to get to it.
Yeah.
So it's like your legendary Pokemon. It's that level of quest.
Oh,
Oh, they're easy.
yeah.
It only takes one for you.
That one's for...
Okay. It's very liquidy. There's extra coffee in it.
Oh, thank you.
You probably need it.
Thank you also need coaster.
There should be coasters underneath things
There's
in the
one
middle of
underneath
the
that
table.
dice bag just there.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, the only thing is, Susan wouldn't know any of the other local game that you could hunt and or
Holy
feed,
fuck.
so...
I'll leave it this way, a dragon would be easy to capture.
Legendary creature. Must capture. Alive.
What we don't understand is
That's
what
all
we
people.
what we don't
It's,
understand.
it's already now been
We
decided.
don't understand. It's
so-
like just like film next lizard and lizard just pick it up and go, yep, got it.
Pathfinders. Jews are good at that.
And my thing was, I was run out of town by the orcish leader of this town.
I'm going to make a note about that. Not cool, dude.
And look at it this way, they didn't kill you.
No, they didn't. Which was a mistake.
I know.
Just saying.
It is. It's not one they make very often.
Fucking, you're gonna run in there screaming tiger stance, are you?
Dragon's Nest.
Dragon style!
That's not.
Orc staff?
Orc style. I'm sure you would be killed easily for that one.
It's dragon
Okay.
tiger orc.
Juza kind of probably doesn't realise how bad this is just yet. It's just like, yeah, sure. Whatever you say, boss.
Give me a intelligence roll.
Straight.
Straight intelligence check.
Not that great today,
Yeah,
apparently.
great.
Yep, this is a great quest.
I'd like the bardic law. The hell is Sandpoint devils? It's like a 12.
Like a 12?
Maybe a 13.
I'm very.
What region of Varisia do you come from there?
Can I do an academia law?
Is it in?
Or whatever.
Oh, it's. Is it in
Didn't you
Sandpoint
choose,
or
like,
is
a
it in the
home?
Central Labs?
Holding
Could I do a
It's
law?
not part of the Sandpoint.
Roderick's Cove. Well,
Could I
that's
do
close
a
to Sandpoint.
law roll if it's in Sandpoint?
Do I know?
The Cinderlands isn't in Sandpoint.
No, but I have a law for
Okay.
both.
Give me a Sandpoint roll.
Can that be? Is
Yep,
that separate
that's a
from
law.
that?
That's a law roll. It's a new roll.
Your roll?
Plus 5. Plus, you get plus 5.
Okay, plus 5. 11.
11.
Okay.
Better
So-
than a straight int roll of
so-
5.
In your investigation,
Yeah.
since you make it back to Magnemar and learning about the Sandpoint Devil, it's this creature that has killed every adventuring party that's gone to try to bring it down.
Oh, God. It's the,
It's even taken down dragons.
It's Terrace.
Holy crap.
And not the young dragons.
No, no. It's a Jabberwocky.
It is a
It's a
demon.
Bandersnatch.
It is an actual demon. So, a demonic entity.
Where the Jabberwock, my son, enjoys the bite.
Wow.
So when they say Sandpoint Devil, they literally mean a devil that is in Hinterlands.
Where the Jub Jub bird and shun the fruit.
See, at this point, Juice is probably just like, why couldn't they accept Quest's magical Wobberjack?
Because you didn't offer it.
Quest just yelled it out.
Of course, yelled it out. But Juice was like, that's a good idea. And then he was like, no, the Sandpoint Devil.
Never mind then.
No, they said the Sandpoint Devil and you went, okay.
That sounds good.
Okay, so now we're
Because who's going to talk up to the Orcish chieftain? I mean, seriously. He's going to be like, I have a better offer, a
You
Wobberjack.
can barter, come on. You're not
Oh, yeah,
arguing
we
with
could.
him.
And then
We're not orc.
all of you would be dead.
But we would
It's a
have at least
negotiation.
known you.
well, you
No.
thought it was a great idea to begin with. You had
Harry
dinner
would
with
have
him,
because he's the greatest camp on the
and
world.
then you did some research when you got to Magmar and going,
Oh, not so good.
I mean, it's not too late. You could go back and try again.
I'm pretty sure if I don't come back with like eat in a cage.
I'll bring her back 2 wobblejays.
I'm good. So, yes.
Just throw that lizard out in the desert.
Yeah, sure.
So you end up having this conversation with Zed and the others over the one of the nights camping on your way to Sandpoint.
Oh, this is after we've joined from Magma to Sandpoint.
And talking about how you're going to go and hunt down this Sandpoint devil.
And everyone's just going, you what? The shop likes to interject now.
Yes.
What lore is it for me to know anything about the Sandpoint devil? I know you gave us that social feat Monster Hunter, which gave a bonus against magical beasts and aberrations. Is the Sandpoint
Give me
devil
an,
even a magical beast?
Give me a lore roll.
Oh,
It's a basic lore roll.
oh, okay, so it's just int then?
Mhm.
+1! That's a 7!
Sounds like a great idea.
Sandpoint devil! Never heard of it.
Oh, you've heard of it. It's just
I've heard of it.
It's just a name.
Yeah, it's,
Entry point. Something people should look into.
yeah, it sounds like a devil that hangs around Sandpoint.
I'll Google that later.
Yeah, that sounds about as good as an idea as Deuce thought it was too.
If we get to the next internet
Or
cafe.
maybe the people in Sandpoint will have more about
Oh,
it.
wait.
Well, that's one of the reasons you're going there is to find out more information about this thing.
Fun. Deuce
Okay.
doesn't know that yet.
Thanks,
Fun.
Doozer.
No, Deuce is excited. He's like, yeah, I get to train this like really cool sounding beast.
Meanwhile, everyone's just like,
But yeah, but you don't know what it is either.
So about a month or so ago, while you're training in Magnamara at the Varisan Lodge, after resting up, Quest is approached by one of the members of the society there. It's actually the leader, the venture captain, and she asks you, why did you choose to not follow the other goblins and want to work with people? Other goblins are pretty much nuisance pests and have spent their lives in wasteful pursuits.
why are you a black sheep?
Right, well, we're actually pretty clever all the time, but it gets beaten out of us when we're young, and I'm just...
Well, I thought most of them were kept in cages until they were old enough to talk.
Not where I grew up.
Because your parents were different.
I'm Nork.
Well, they had you tied to a pole?
No, I was used to football. All the other kids loved me.
So is that why your nickname is Goal?
I thought it was Bounce.
Quest and Goal?
Could be.
Offside.
Yeah, no, like, we're all pretty good.
No,
We just,
no,
you
it's-
know, we're
solid.
mistreated until we're not.
It's Ref. Ref!
I'm pretty sure his name was Medic.
Is that how you earned your bounce trait?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
the result of the bounce trade.
So he learned his bounce trait by being bounced multiple times off
They,
the
they
roof.
lined 5 goblin children up, they kicked them all, and he bounced the first.
He bounced off the woodwork.
He survived the landing, so they used him further.
He actually completed the crossbar challenge.
So, she then asked you, are you interested in trying to better the Goblin Society, or keep it as it is?
Yeah? Maybe by better.
As in, allowed to walk the streets
Yes.
without being killed?
Yes. Get them out of the caves, into the streets.
But that might require a change in management, as it might be.
Yeah, well, most revolutions do.
Yes, most of the chieftains currently want the things to stay the same.
Yes, well, they're a bunch of hyper and old fools, and, you know, they're in power, so how it works.
So the Shadow Lodge has authorized me to pay you for every chieftain you take out.
Oh!
Because they're currently hiring the goblins that leave the tribes as messengers.
Right. So when you say take out, you mean on a date?
If you want to, but stop them being leaders.
Stop them being
leaders.
leaders.
If you date them and
Here
they
we
stop
have
being
the
leaders,
bard.
it's up to you.
Yes. What a dinner first.
How do I seduce the chiefs? That's
I pull out my music. I play my seduction roll.
yo.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. I like getting paid. I don't like most of the chiefs.
Well, they are currently got a bounty on you personally because
Worth much?
no, you're basically worth the equivalent of a year's rations for a goblin,
They're really not even worth bringing you in.
which means that you're probably worth more than anything they've ever been offered in their lifetime. But still, only a year's worth for goblins, so no one but goblins are interested in hunting you down. And there's quite a few other people interested in keeping you alive just to see how high that bounty will go and how many goblins will come out of the woodworks.
I'm one of those people. I can pay them more than that.
What?
1 silver. Why do they want you dead?
It's known that he can read and write.
Really?
Yes,
He's
no
actually
doubt.
smart.
For a goblin.
Okay.
For a goblin.
So he is an elf to the Goblin Society,
Alright, gotcha.
and because you can read and write, they want to kill you.
Yeah.
So if we get rid of goblin management, we won't have as many problems with goblins trying to kill you.
Talk about tall poppy syndrome.
That doesn't seem too hard for you to think about.
No.
Or if we kill Quest now.
Yes, you might get a year's worth of goblin supplies,
Yes.
which will last you, I don't know, 1 hour before you throw up.
Don't worry.
A year's worth of goblin supplies. Most of it's already rotten.
Yes.
So that's one reason I'll be sending you north to Sandpoint is there are a whole bunch of goblin tribes there that will need some looking into.
Persuasion.
However you wish to persuade them, the goblins always be problems. And if we can stop them being problems for society, then society will stop trying to kill you. Like when you arrived here.
Oh, they didn't try too hard.
Well, one of your party members, pick one of your party members.
One of the
One of the people at the table.
at the table.
Aw, Josh and Emily
Didn't make it.
Okay, so Parry took a arrow in the back to save you.
Oh, you're an awesome
Oh,
guy,
you're so
Barry.
tank.
What a top guy.
Thanks!
So look, apparently you stood up for him.
Good.
You've learned your lesson.
Ow!
I should treat him nicer.
What was the damage?
Well, it's been repaired, but you've got this scar on the
Good
back.
scarring.
Don't worry,
Right,
I'll
right,
add it to
yeah.
the other one
Yeah.
from the first adventure.
Apparently this is pre-existent.
See?
Yeah.
Everyone take note. This is how you tank an arrow.
Get whipped to death.
With screaming, ow, fuck, fuck, ow, 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 ow.
Not ooh yes again, please.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
Ah.
So he wasn't prepared.
Apparently draws the line at
There
arrows.
wasn't a consent there.
From all those scars, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Well, you can only do so many with scarring. But while it's still sticking out, it really is rather painful.
Sorry, next time I shoot an arrow, I yell consent.
Consent. No!
It's okay, just assume consent. It's fine.
You can assume correctly with parry, don't worry.
Duration consent on every arrow.
So yes, and she does
That's
say,
like the
be,
decision.
you do hurry your life.
Don't tell him that.
We did.
I think you've got to
Thanks.
But he's also now responsible for you.
Ah!
The
Harry
gods
and
wanted me
Crest
dead, and now you
together
know why.
forever. That's an interesting storyline.
So he has taken on responsibility for you by basically protecting you against the guards. He didn't choose
That's
responsibility, he stepped up.
That's fine.
He volunteered.
That's fine.
And that's okay, we will remember that. For good or bad.
So he must have a pretty good name for himself now then, huh?
I've got a name for myself. I wouldn't say it's good. Definitely not.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Oh no, that I think that'll be the main thing. There's a whole lot of stuff going down, and we're getting a lot of strange reports out of Kalmagar.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Strange place, that one.
Did it survive a couple of days in Yamaga?
Oh, you'll have survived quite a while. No one's going to kill you.
Then those got sent out. It's up to you when they get delivered.
So we'll get you in a moment. You'll find how scary that way.
No, but it's just they may impact what they want to say.
So I assume we've all handed in our reports at this stage?
Yep, you've all handed in your reports.
Was there anything else that I missed in the report?
Well, your reports are whatever you want to report on. It's up to you what you leave in or leave out.
Wouldn't have left anything out.
Then all we can do is based on what you're reporting to us. And at this stage, you are working on behalf of Pathfinders. So be careful what you do because it will reflect upon you and us.
Okay, I'll just go make sure goblins get to me.
Okay, so Willie, while you're out in Kamagal,
Is this before or after we've trained?
no, Kamagal, I mean Megamar.
Yeah, before or after we've trained?
We're back! Kill him!
Before you've trained.
Okay.
Why did the Hell Knight stop you?
Because I'm awesome. I actually, as I walk by, I probably go, "Hey guys, how you doing? Good to see you in town."
And,
Oh,
and
I
they,
like Hell
and they
Knights.
find that suspicious.
My character likes Hell Knights.
And why do they know you?
Because they're all wear basically the same armor,
Yeah,
right?
they do. They in Magnamar they look the same.
Okay. One of them might remember me from Kamaga, because I've walked around and waved and smiled, given a thumbs up, that sort of thing. So maybe they've been transferred from there to here.
Where did your character grow up?
Yangahof.
Yangahof. Okay. So, whatever remembers you from Yangahof?
They've got Hell Knights in Yangahof?
Hell Knights pass through Yangahof.
Ah, okay.
Yangahof has an alliance with Corvosa, where the Hell Knights are based.
Okay. Alright.
And he goes off and has drinks with you.
Awesome.
Talks to you about how they're glad to see that upstanding citizens who believe in Telexian rule working their way into society here.
I thank him for his kind words, and I look forward to there being a whole lot more Hell Knights bringing law and order.
Give me a society roll.
It's going to be... Funnily enough, society is actually a skill I've got.
I know.
I know. What? Who would have thunk it?
Society is a skill you should have as a Pathfinder.
Yeah.
I agree, but still.
He's supposed to. Juicer has it.
Can I get a reroll?
You can.
How bad is it?
It's a 2.
Take the reroll. Take the reroll.
Yeah, sure. Makes life a little bit easier. 15.
15. Okay. Deep in conversation with him, you find out from him that Corvosa is currently in an expansion project where they're putting out jailers to extend their borders, and the Hell Knights are part of the forefront of that. And they are making roads into all the cities around Varisia and starting to put presence in to help with law and order, whether requested or not.
Well, you can't wait to be asked. Law and order has to be brought.
And there's discussion about how various townships between Magnamar and here have agreed to Hell Knight duties protecting the citizens.
Excellent.
Keeping that law and order.
That is excellent. If there's anything that I can do to help, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to throw my weight behind this endeavour.
Yep. And what's his name?
What's a good name?
Robert.
I'm open for suggestions.
Robert.
He's
The old,
Wobbit. He's
the old Puritans
Wobbit.
used to actually literally name themselves after like sins or virtues,
Lusty.
and so they would literally be called things like faith against devils or things like that.
Lusty
This is an
McLusterson.
unbeliever.
Yeah, absolutely. But and that was their first name.
Yeah.
Lusty
absolutely.
McSloth. It's fantastic.
Bart.
Sloth
What would you like to call him? Because
Robert's fine.
you'll have to be in charge with him. So he calls himself Sir Robert.
Sir Robert.
Of love.
Not Lord Robert?
No, he's not a lord, he's just a servant. He's a knight.
Actually, can we make him Robin?
Sir Robin.
Brave Sir Robin.
Robin.
Sir Robin.
Robin.
So brave Sir Robin.
Yes.
Oh man.
And he says that they have a tower in the city here that you can just, if you leave any messages, just get one sent to them and ask him for him, and he'll see what he can do to help you out. He does remember you fondly from the time you helped him in Jangohoff against a dispute with some dwarves.
Not a problem. Awesome.
Where you helped rule in his favour.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
Have you played Tyranny?
I haven't played Tyranny, but I like the ideas of Tyranny.
That's some really good ideas. I think you'll enjoy it a lot.
Hey, so some of my ideas get really strange.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we go to Parry. So this is you after you entered Magma for the first time on a stretcher with an arrow inches from your heart.
You can walk off, thanks.
So apparently the orcs didn't like it very much.
No, this was the goblins, wasn't it?
This is the town guard.
This was the
Oh,
town guard.
this was- Oh.
I was right, town guard, like, no, don't shoot my goblin!
Yeah, that was exactly it. Don't shoot my goblin.
And you
Damn it,
find,
I regret saying my goblin now. Rather than don't shoot the goblin.
I'm not yours.
you find
Well,
yourself
you are
in
now.
you find yourself in the Temple of Serenray.
Oh.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Wouldn't you have just healed him on the spot? Or?
Well, the guards rushed in there because there's a decent healer there, and they don't trust goblins.
Did you feel that pain?
Yeah.
No. They're probably looking at him when they said that.
That doesn't look like a capable healer. We need to heal him ourselves.
Yeah.
This is where I'm standing next to him going, I'm just the assistant.
Yeah, he probably exclaimed to everyone how he's the saviour of the whole bloody party.
Not everyone, not yet.
And
Not
considering
Not me.
considering Serenray isn't your character's fate, why does one of the angels of Serenray come and talk to you?
Angels?
Because you tank sexy.
Angels or agents?
Angels.
Ooh.
Wow.
Apparently word gets around.
Why one of the angels is there?
Because
Right?
Harry likes to pour himself out.
No.
Your kink knows no bounds.
The angel is trying to save him from his fiendish ways.
That's actually not going to be it because I actually want to. Harry
No, this is
actually
actually
wants to learn a lot in terms of knowledge, basically.
By pouring himself out to everyone.
So being visited by something new, I would like to learn.
Okay, so you're visited by an angel of war.
Angel
Happy
of
days.
War.
Yes.
Ooh.
And it says something about your futures coming up that's important.
Wow.
But you're a bit hazy at the time because you were in the middle of getting worked on by people.
And the arrow getting pulled out.
And so you think this was happening in between when you arrived in the temple and when they pulled out the arrow?
Yeah, so every time they jerk the
But
arrow...
as far
it's
as
like
everyone
this-
else was concerned, you were just on the table and you had technically died for a moment.
Oh, don't worry. I yes.
Just
So-
the way those other ladies.
So under the technicality of death, you've had a death experience.
Hey, look, one of your characters died! Join the pub.
But you had this long conversation with an angel of war, and she says it will come back to you at the appropriate time.
So pretty.
Next time you die.
Yeah.
I'll help you next time.
So, one point in the future from now, you can call an appropriate time, and then something will happen.
Which isn't during the safe word.
Oh, wouldn't that be fantastic? Oh my goodness!
Fine,
Oh god! Oh god! Oh angel! Really? Really? Now?
And I'm smiting the chick. You get yourself out of those bones now.
Paracountess.
And so yes, you know that for some reason you earned the favour of Sarenrae for something you're going to do in the future.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
I'm actually going to take this action seriously.
So your best
As
interest.
seriously as any action you ever take.
So is that the red
There's a new
or
level
the
of seriousness
silver?
that's about to arrive with Harry Potter, okay?
Harry takes his wheel of fortune very seriously.
What do I roll up today? Oh look, it's fall. We'll just leave that there. Okay, so
Here's my wheel.
so most of you have just gone through your training as a team in Magma, having gone through this ruling training together. Then Margot is visited by an old friend.
Is unlikely. Just friends.
Someone who actually is a friend of Margot.
Oh,
And it's an old friend of
guys,
Margot from before you died.
Oh wow.
So it is
Well, I haven't
a
heard
friend
about
of
it.
yours. Who is this friend and why are they visiting you? And what bad news are they coming to tell you?
You're gonna die again.
I died.
That would be Mary,
No, you haven't.
the
No, you were taken away.
bar wench,
Mhm.
whose father was some weird lawyer version of this guy, who has come to tell me that good news, your sister's dead. Bad news, you don't get a shit. So I'm feeling like I'm not getting all my fancy inheritance. I was assuming I was more back full.
Sorry.
It also means I don't have to take care of Fidget, which is still alive.
So basically she goes up and says, good news to see that you've been brought back to life. Bad news is I spent your inheritance finding you. To tell you such. Congratulations.
No,
And
call her a bitch.
and she hands over a letter and walks off.
Is it a fucking bill?
It is. Apparently you owe her another 100 gold for services rendered.
Cool. I buy her a beer and I put the letter in it and hand it to her and say cheers.
So that's okay, it's all in your name.
Thanks a lot, Mary.
That's
Bitch.
okay. They have no idea who I am, they just all know you. And then she walks out with the letter so you know who's going to chase you.
No.
It's okay. I asked Willie to pull out that notebook he's been writing notes in and say, can you remind me I need to kill Mary? Thank you.
And
Something
so
about
in the
Mary.
script, something about Mary.
Everyone wants to kill Mary. We don't know why.
I'll message him.
You mean to term bloody name.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Next we're going to a tall tower in Magma, where there is a council of people sitting around one crawl in the centre, having a talking to about how things went wrong in Kalamagar, and he was the Shadow Lodge member on point. And how did he let this happen? Shouldn't he have been able to read the warning signs and actually not screw things up?
Does the tower bring
Yeah,
back
I'm glad I'm not there.
Yeah, he did.
Does this tower bring back fond memories of a past life or parallel life?
Wow. You've been thrown under the bus.
Yes.
And you were trying to throw everyone else under the bus.
Well, I was. My
Yes.
character knew I wasn't high enough rank to be able to. So,
They asked what happened with being under the radar, no one knowing you're there.
Goblin.
that ended up being shot in the foot when
Goblin.
we assumed certain leadership roles and ran around the town like headless geese.
Isn't
So,
it chickens?
and this is what they're trying to say. So you trying to tell us that we were a little premature in making your trainings.
Some of us.
So which one should we eliminate?
Zed.
So you want Zed eliminated?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so. Now's your time to save him.
Yes, I do.
And the big question is, how does that make the Pathfinder stronger?
Zed wouldn't be in the group.
Did we hear that over here? Molly go to say to that
Getting
sort
a
of
touch
violin.
personal,
No,
okay.
I'm assuming we're not there.
The Shadow Lodge would possibly have had
Personal.
more sway in Karnagar, meaning that they would be able to act more freely. The Dustworld,
We act there freely as it is.
well, yes, but there are other forces now supposedly running the show, or trying to, in Karnagar. And through a turn of events, apparently there are Hell Knights interested in the city, so that doesn't help.
They're always interested in the city.
Well, yeah.
They want what they can't have.
Yeah.
We always dangle that they can take it, and we always have to help them take it. It always helps us to thin their numbers. So feel free to encourage them to take Karmagar as often as you like.
The Hell Knight?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sure if they send an expedition there, we won't have to worry about them for a while.
sure.
If you manage to declare them, get them to declare a holy crusade, we'll give you a medal.
What? Okay, I'm slightly concerned, but sure.
Well, they'll all be gone in one go.
You get a star up on the whiteboard.
I'm not sure how I feel
That'll
about
be
this.
a master stroke in politics if you can manage to pull that off.
There's a saying in the FBI to get your star at Langley, which means you died in service. That's your medal.
Okay,
I never said it was any different.
Okay.
alright,
But of course, that's probably not your goal. But we'll see how well you go with working on sidetracks. But every Hell Knight you convince to go to Karmagar will make sure you get duly compensated.
Make sure you told them I sent you. When you arrive in hell.
Yeah, when you get to hell. So
and I'm assuming that's my current orders?
No, that's just a side thing because we find it amusing.
The real other side.
But absolutely nothing to do with your role as a Pathfinder.
Okay, right. And
It's
as
just shiny to
a
go chase after.
Shadow Lodge member,
Yeah.
how can I help Karmagar, or the Shadow Lodge in Karmagar rather?
Well, we are currently having a process of expanding our Golden Messenger service.
Okay, and how is that going?
Not as well as we'd like.
No, I've heard they all run around and cause a ruckus.
No, the chiefs are trying to put us up to it.
Oh, the chiefs are. And do you need chiefs convinced to release their goblins, or?
Sure. Convince away. As pointedly as you can. If they don't get the point, give them the hammer.
Okay. And are there any other current objectives I should be aware of?
As far as we're concerned, there are no Pathfinders in Karmagar.
Sounds good to me.
And they're everywhere.
Yep.
Including the trainees.
Never
They can't
happened.
really be Pathfinders if they did that.
Agreed.
No Pathfinder would do that, it's just crazy talk. So we'll just sweep that all under the carpet.
We'll just chalk it down as a band of travelling acrobats. In terms of getting permission from the Shadow Lodge to take action on certain removal of others, what would be the preferred process or required rank to make those decisions?
You can put in an application and we'll tell you if you succeed or not. Please file it duly with your venture captain.
With the adventure captain. Okay.
When the adventure captain will see that new message get passed through.
Okay. Alright. Good to know. And do you trust the adventure captain in Magnum?
Yes, otherwise we would have killed them by now.
That's a good point. Don't know why I would ask you.
Feel dumb, yeah.
Okay.
She's like, oh, that's right. That's why I'm training.
Super training. Turn out.
You have any more obvious questions?
Only obvious answers.
Get out, maggot.
I will make myself less obvious. Leave.
Okay, and then you find yourself waking up in a sweat on the bed.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, magic summon in your sleep.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
it's like astral.
Probably the Shadow Lodge.
And you've got people around, you got people in there saying, you were screaming in your sleep.
What was I screaming?
Awesome! Ah, yes.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to install a table rule right now. No shipping.
No
No shipping. No shipping of that at all.
Okay. I will attempt to sweep down under the rug and go back to sleep.
Okay. There are quite a few, looks of concern as people hand you stuff to try to help you sleep and saying, we know you miss him. And then,
Who's handing me this?
one of the adventure captain.
I had a feeling about this.
Well, don't worry, I'm sure he'll return.
It's okay to feel
I'm
confused.
sure
okay?
he
We
will.
have an age.
And I
Oh,
will
that's gonna make these hilarious.
politely take the potion thing and
It's a nice warm milk.
Oh, it's a milk. Thank God for that. Is this with or without arsenic?
You would never ask me. You have to ask for that.
It's special order, okay.
Yeah.
I will head back to sleep, I guess.
Yeah, you head back to sleep in your nice, wet bed.
Oh, God.
You sweated so much in it, it's just completely saturated.
Sweated.
I go with sweat.
Uh-huh.
And Puppy was not there at all.
This time.
Okay, and then for a darker twist, we go to Zed, who wakes up his first day in Kalmagar without anyone else, and without the rest of them.
Just quickly, did we travel with Zed to
Magnum?
Magnum?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So,
Cool. Yeah, sorry.
You wake up your first day strapped to a chair staring at the kiln.
At the kiln, the Ardoc family.
No, the chimney that they burn the dead in.
Oh, the God's Mouth Ossuary.
Yeah. Oh, no, no, not sorry. No, the kiln is where they burn the non-provisions.
Alright.
And one of the kids you grew up with is currently in front of the kiln.
Okay.
He gets beheaded before you
By who?
by one of the Ardocs.
Oh.
And then tossed in the kiln.
Interesting.
After being told that he was killed because you were there. And then
Well.
you're set free into the city.
Fair enough. And do I recognise which Ardoc it was?
It was you're the person who had asked to come. The one of the six.
Basil?
Yeah.
Basil, yeah.
So I do not understand this relationship
Yes.
at all.
He's probably being relegated to.
I don't know. I would love to ask questions, but is that a scenario that's here, or is it just behead, get the fuck out?
Pretty much.
Right. Okay. I'll save questions for another time.
You're like, bye.
And then you find out it happens to become a daily thing. Every day you wake up tied to a chair, watching someone get beheaded in front of the kiln.
Day one, there's stuff to do. So first day is writing my reports and warnings and sending them out to the different Pathfinder areas. That's one that you should probably read, and if applicable, then this goes to Kroll.
Okay.
I like the nice touch with the
I like that waxy.
wax. Yeah.
Probably an affectionate death threat.
Dear Pathfinder Society, I have killed myself.
Dear Kroll.
Dear Crawl, I'm now laying unconscious. I need healing, please. Make sure to bring Willy.
Really, save me!
Because let's be honest, your healing is shite compared to William.
Okay, so apparently Kroll gets that letter when he arrives in Magnum.
Magnum?
Yep.
Okay.
So we have a flashback to Kroll being receiving this letter from Zed.
From Zed, okay.
And you've been told it's from Zed.
Help, I'm stuck, help me stuck, get me out, get me out, get me out.
Oh, I broke the seal.
That's right.
Just
I
touch
used
too
too much.
much,
I used too much wax.
That's fine.
Well, the idea is wax seals are supposed to be broken so you know they'll be open.
Yeah.
At the same time, those get sent out. But they probably take a little longer to get to Absalom.
Fair enough.
They'll take most of a month to get there.
But depending on how that goes through, it may impact anything. So it's up to you.
Well, it's a lot to read through though.
It's mainly the same message, but there's one there for each faction here.
Okay, so yes, you get a message. How does Kroll take it?
Well,
Like a boss. With Luke.
Yes, are you reading this letter on the
Is,
loop?
is this before or after you have that dream meeting?
I don't know.
Start
up
off
to
as
you.
a regular.
Oh, it's up to me,
Yeah.
is it?
That's what I said. Is this before or after you have the dream meeting?
Start out with a regular shift, and now we should
Does it change how you would have interacted with him?
Possibly?
Which case it's after.
Oh, okay.
Does it change what we've already done? Yes.
It doesn't happen.
No retcon.
I'll just tell him, it's something we can discuss in person. You should get yourself to Magmar when possible. And that's it.
And you send it back?
Yep.
Okay.
So the other
You
thing to
got
do that
me.
day was to check in with the Pharasma Temple to see if Horus was at peace with what he was told.
Okay.
I've got the list.
It's okay.
Probably enough for day one.
Wow.
The Varisia Temple's currently in lockdown. Apparently they're doing rites on the Budsma otehr.
Okay.
So they are basically locked down until after the results of that.
No worries.
So you think that's going to... So what you've heard is it'll probably be a couple of days to a week before they actually do anything.
Okay.
Plus when you knock, they don't answer.
No, look, this is not a place where I'm allowed to push my luck.
Oh, you can.
Nope.
This is this long cliff right next to it.
Yep. It's so many loose ends we left in Kamagar, and I just want to make sure they get followed up.
There are always going to be loose ends.
Hey, that's fine, but I don't want us to like be in Sandpoint and go, oh, you could have learned about that in Kamagar, but you didn't. Not that you would ever do that.
No. No.
We got chased out. Of course it's going to happen.
Okay, so you're currently sitting around a campfire, and what do you tell everyone about your time in Kamagar? Considering you remember every day waking up, tied to a chair, watching someone you know get beheaded, and being told that it was your fault.
Yeah, that actually doesn't bother Zed as much as it probably would a normal person. It's more along the lines of during the campfire. Yeah, there's not a lot of that. Zed expresses that she is still trying to understand how we as a team had an opportunity to be heroes in Kamagar, and through both inaction and deceit, and simply not telling each other what we knew, we ended up being villains of the story and ruining the Pathfinder reputation in the area. And Zed's just still trying to understand how that happened.
Because
I think
you
it
weren't
started
doing
off, we ran
Pathfinders.
in there and said we're Pathfinders.
Yes. No one had a problem with that.
Other than the whole Pathfinder Society saying that we weren't there to drag the Pathfinder's name through that town.
Were we throwing each other under the bus for our own personal games? I didn't get to do like any of my.
Me either.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that could cause too much difficulty. So I'm just
Just
let
make
that
it
go.
up. Everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think anyone. Did anyone actually go out of their way to try and do any of their
Harry
classes?
managed to do his.
Oh, that actually inhibited anybody? Right, that would be because they're secret space military, yeah, but I didn't think there was anything obvious.
We weren't told to fix Cam Nagar. We were told to investigate what was happening in Cam Nagar.
Deliver a message.
Yes.
So, as long as I'm clear, Harry, your understanding is that whenever we're told to go somewhere, our job is to investigate and report and do nothing. That's your understanding of being a Pathfinder?
Our job is to do as we're told.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
that's what we were
that's
told.
what we were
Or
told.
did I get that wrong?
No.
Investigate reports
But-
until we receive
Yeah,
further
the
orders.
fact we were
Deliver
told
messages.
to investigate through Cam Nagar,
Yeah.
not dragging the Pathfinder's name through Cam Nagar, but we arrived at Cam Nagar going, we are Pathfinders, find the bad thing that's happening in Cam Nagar, and because we've yelled out we are Pathfinders, we have then dragged the Pathfinder Society's name through Cam Nagar, absolutely doing the opposite of what we were told to do.
We are
Okay.
investigators as Pathfinders,
Yeah,
not
I-
judge, jury, and execution.
Maybe I misunderstood because my understanding was we were to turn up, find what was going on, and if there was an official Pathfinder group there, we were told them to basically cease and desist and just go home and stop it. Don't be bad.
Investigate, deliver a message.
Don't
Message
be
was
bad.
recognized. What else were you meant to do?
So, so just so I'm clear, I'm travelling with a group that believes that if we find Pathfinders doing entirely the wrong thing and ruining the reputation of the Pathfinders, our job is to just report and do nothing at the time.
If that's what we're told.
If that's the case,
Way above us.
again,
Is
wasn't sufficient information.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not Pathfinders.
What are we then?
We're the guys that want to be Pathfinders,
Yeah,
but
we're
we're not allowed to
aspirants,
play
aren't
with
We're on
toilets.
probation.
Yeah,
We
probation
are literally the message bearers.
We're monkeys.
Go here.
Oh, that puts monkeys
That
in a bad
person
light.
up there, up on that tall
Like,
spire,
please
said
kill the
this.
monkeys.
When we went to talk to the group, and I understand you're not aware because you at no point came down even though I asked you to.
No, I heard everything.
Did you? So you heard them saying that the people or the Pathfinders they killed them because they were selling us out.
I heard them say they killed the other Pathfinders because they were bad, and that's actually something of a Shadowlands band-aid. I wasn't in any way upset about that at all.
And
Okay.
also the fact
So-
that this was also, they also mentioned in that these guys are not the head of the problem.
So was
In
it
Kamagar, correct.
so was it your opinion that we were going to just go there and murder everybody?
No, it was my opinion that we were going to go in there and stop this fake Shadow Lodge that was set up in there, because surely no real faction of the Pathfinders would be hiring goblins to attack a city.
But they weren't.
But then why wouldn't you then take that up to the person who they dropped the name of, which we had, Mr. Sucksworth? Well,
Because that's not a made up
Sussworth.
name if I ever heard
Well,
one.
as in Sussworth.
Yeah,
As if you wouldn't go up to them, go, listen, okay, we've got word from these guys that you're upper management, we'll deliver you the message now. But why do we have to
Murder?
take out the middle rung of the problem, not the head of the problem?
Why not both?
Because we were stopped at the
Which
middle
one?
rung.
I guess the key point of concern that I have is that in life there are always forks in the road, and the choices that we make in those forks in the road tell more about our character than any 3 years of previous conversation, obviously. So I personally learned a lot through the investigations and follow-ups from that fork in the road, and I am still not clear how everyone else came to the decisions they came to. I would love to learn more, as openly and honestly as possible.
At that stage, what do you do?
Oh, and just in general, the Church of Callistria thought it was hilarious. The actions that were set in motion there set off such a chain of revenge, killings, and contracts.
Really?
That they thought it was hilarious. In fact, my mother personally confided in me that if anyone came to her and said that they were directly involved, they would get a substantial discount on her.
Oh, I was keen on that. I haven't read you much, so I'm just trying to
Okay, good. Ooh. Okay.
Write that down to you, like.
Yeah.
So Kamagar will survive. The city has stood for 10,000 years, regardless of internal
Well, I'm
politics.
sure we couldn't destroy him.
No, that's
No.
fine. But we had an opportunity to be heroes of the city, and we, along kick-started from the people in there who were actively ruining it to start with, we turned into villains. And we had an opportunity to increase the reputation of the Pathfinder Society and strengthen the bonds with the Pathfinder Society.
But we weren't actually asked to do that, though, were we?
No, but we had an opportunity to do so. And
But did we, or were we likely to fuck it up?
Mind your own business.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
your one rule mind your own business?
mind your own business. And the Pathfinders were our business. That was the one thing in Kamagar that was absolutely explicitly our business.
And you tried to kill the one person
But
that we
why?
met about it.
But why would you? But the next thing is, why would Zed see goblins and then go, oh, that's the problem because they attacked us from the thing, rather than going, hold on, there could be more to this.
There absolutely could have been more to that. I was looking forward to finding
Yeah.
out more to that.
Yeah.
We were kicked out of
I was-
Kamigar as a direct result of you trying to murder someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chain of effect. You went, I'm going to murder this guy,
Yep.
and we all got kicked out.
You were going to go in there and murder these guys because there were a bunch of goblins in the theater. Why would you not then
The
investigate?
guy coordinating goblin attacks against the city, I actually specifically asked for him to be taken alive.
Yes, and then you tried to hurt him. We said, we are not acting on this, and you went off book.
Wasn't there
As a
something-
result, we got kicked out of the city.
Yeah.
If you wish to be a hero, you should be a Pathfinder.
Yeah, aren't we like?
Oh, what an
Oh, I
interesting
don't
thing to
know.
quote.
I reckon we could do both.
I don't
But
know.
anyway,
how
like,
much
do
we-
both.
But seriously,
But against
Yeah.
orders of the Pathfinder Society,
Yeah.
where that is not
Yeah.
heroism of the town. at all.
If the Pathfinder Society requests actions and give us orders to be heroes,
Yeah.
then that's fine. But until they say so otherwise, we are not to act on our own wants.
We could still be in this.
So that's your-
action.
So as far as you're concerned, the orders are the only thing that matters. There is no further initiative to be taken.
We are currently Pathfinders who are asked to investigate and report back.
We're always asked to report back.
Yes, we are. And if we have to wait for further orders and what actions to take, then that's fine.
If we were told to deal with the problem, we would have dealt with the problem.
Specifically asked to investigate and just solely investigate in a quiet manner.
You're also asked to keep the good name of the Pathfinders.
And we found people who were deliberately snubbing the good name of the Pathfinders.
Sharp.
That was us.
Have you spoken to anyone above you in your faction?
I corresponded, but I don't know if I've received any responses.
Okay. When you do, would you be good enough to share that response to the rest of us?
I would love to, openly and honestly.
Awesome. I look forward to hearing what they have to say.
But that's obviously an open discussion, and we all disagree. I'd love to hear, what do people think was the right thing that should have happened?
Save the goblins, find
Everything-
the older guy.
everything that I did.
Hire them.
Everything that I did was the right thing to do, because that's how I roll.
It's Tiger stance after all.
Exactly. You don't see tiger stance running around fucking things up, that's for sure.
As far as Pyro was
The
aware,
dragon stance, that's the
Oh, no,
shield.
they're scum.
You got
They're
information
scum.
that would have helped
Can't rely on
not
those
only
guys.
himself but everyone else, and then left the situation.
Save the goblins. They
Actually-
should find over there.
Actually, I had no problem saving the goblins. They were just being used as minions. Cannon fodder, in fact.
Well, we basically found out that there was two factions of goblins. Ones that were helping the Shadow Lodge, and we didn't quite find out why there was other goblins amassing.
Actually, what we found out was that the goblins under the city were only attacking the Duskwalkers. They weren't actually there attacking the city.
And as Pathfinders, our actions have waves of consequence. And
Totally
you
agree.
directly attacked an Ardok, regardless of their ranking. You attacked an Ardok in Kandahar,
Yeah,
and as
totally
someone
did.
who should know Kamagar as well as you do, you should have not taken that action. And that directly got us all in strife, including yourself, and we all got
So
exiled.
the actual opening of that was also all Pathfinders were declared open season. It was free reign on Pathfinders because you tried to kill the owner.
That's actually not the reason, but okay.
Your mate, the dwarf, the guy who's in charge of, or was in charge, or still is, in charge of the Dust Wardens. How's he going?
That's... I don't know yet. I'd looking forward to finding out.
Okay. Can you, again, if you find out, can you let me know? Because I'm actually concerned that, I mean, he's effectively saved our lives. So I would like to know that how he's going and whether or not his,
Alive.
well, yeah.
Or
Maybe
whether
we thought we'll flashback. Okay, so in at the end of your spending your time training with the Magnemar Lodge while Zed was still away in Kamagar, you guys have received a rewards from the society for your service.
I wanted to talk to my faction
I know.
and say bad things to them
I
in no uncertain terms.
Yes, but the Cheliacs weren't available.
I got there first.
the greasy mustache man or woman walks in first.
So apparently there is a ceremony of thanks for your services with the society, and they declare your traineeship relatively over.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
So this is everybody.
Yes.
They tried to extend that traineeship multiple years.
The request for your traineeship to be extended was denied.
Does that mean we get kicked out?
No.
Like kicked in.
But basically, the whole thing of if you're fully Pathfinders now, if you die in service, at least you'll have died a Pathfinder.
So
here
we
we go.
moved from aspirant to...
Well, you were a trainee to now you're considered officially a Pathfinder.
Oh,
So you're no longer a
again,
trainee. You survived your
We went through
first real mission.
Kamagar's trainees.
Yes.
So now we're royally.
Yeah.
So why would you dare go against the orders?
Because they were screwing over the Pathfinder Society.
But they weren't.
I leave a message with
Authorized
Lady Sheila.
Mhm.
I really want to have a chat.
She says she's passed on the previous 10 requests you've had, and
I mean, they're running out of
Really,
paper.
really gets it.
and the only person who's responded has been the Paracountess saying anytime. Apparently, your messages keep getting diverted to her.
Yep. I've got them all.
So,
I see tips
standing
on
up
tricks.
before the society there, you have been awarded a +1 weapon of your choice for service.
Ooh.
I don't help.
Well, each and every one of us.
You have.
Oh, me
Personally.
personally.
Personally been offered a +1 weapon of your choice.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hand wraps of mighty blows.
Then you are given well, actually they give you the +1 weapon potency rune, which you can then apply to it at a later stage. Which means that if you do get the hand wraps, you can then apply it.
Oh, so they give you the rune, and then
They
whatever
give you the
weapon
rune.
you apply it to. Okay.
Okay. And and you have the seal of Grandmaster Torch with that as well, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Grandmaster Torch. Okay.
And something from Paracountess saying we'll be meeting a representative for you soon. Apparently, the Paracountess has been, chasing you down too. After she's been getting all these messages from you. Obviously, she's been playing hard to get.
Did you send drawings graphic drawing makes it very easily.
I do have craft.
We're taking 4 days.
That's okay. That's what a good love letter knows.
Yes, I love
You don't just want to those out in an afternoon. There are other things to hand out in an afternoon.
Okay, so
Hand-drawn pornography is very appreciated.
Margot, you're
cool,
standing up
Michael.
before the getting your final accreditation as a Pathfinder. What do you say to them?
Oh, not much. Margot thinks it's best not to say much right now. Margot says, thanks for cheese.
She'll she'll give you a week going. Not so bad yourself.
She come by my room later.
She has.
Again.
Was I awake during this time?
Nope.
Oh, okay, well that was fun. We should do that again.
Consent is an option here.
I feel like
And she offers you a hat of disguise, allowing you to change how you appear to others.
Can I make the hat look different?
Yes.
That will go with all my outfits. Thank you.
And your outfits will go with that hat.
Oh,
Everything will just match.
Actually, what you wear is chain armor and you have it in the outfit.
so I make
But it looks fabulous with her chain on.
It also looks great.
It looks great with everything.
Yeah, I can wear this. I appreciate it. Thank you. I can make this work.
Okay. So
Dear
Quest,
Countess.
you're up next. As you stand before them as the first goblin to have actually received Pathfinder Society membership. No other goblin before you has done so.
This is after, like, a few days after we went to the city.
This is after you've. This is probably about 10 days before you leave.
So, first thing Quest did was go in and hand in his notes and say, this is the report, this is what happened. Glad to be of service. Standing up saying, it's a great honour to be here. I stand proud to deliver my race.
And there are a couple of boos from the audience.
Yeah, so he does the whole heel routine of
Of course.
Okay, and
Goblin that talks, get it.
Woman that talks well.
Get it.
they also offer you a hat of disguise to help with you getting in and out of places.
nice.
Because
Oh, now I
the
feel
last thing they want is to drag the Pathfinder's name further through the mud. And when you can actually help show people that goblins are people too, at least you can still help them by being amongst them. If they see a goblin coming, they'll probably shoot you again like your friend happened.
Count on it.
But I'm still alive, so it's okay.
Thank you, it's an honour to serve. I hope to do you all proud.
They know you will. They've had good talks about you.
That's probably a good thing. I'll take it as good. Bows and goes off. And
Well, you weren't voted most likely to die horribly.
Really? I'm surprised.
That's because I'm a survivor.
That's great. It's literally the Deadpool.
Don't worry, that was Dooza. Dooza got that vote.
Ooh, interesting.
That's also interesting. She's a survivor. He's a survivor.
They believe that Dooza would die horribly trying to save the rest of you.
That does seem like
No, I'm
Or
gonna.
flexing in front of kobolds.
No, I'm gonna die horribly fighting this stupid Sandpoint devil.
Rescue.
No, I think Parry's got
Okay, so Dooza is up next, hearing some of that conversation.
that.
Especially the last bit that you were voted most likely to die horribly.
Dude's not surprised and he kind of looks down at all these like freshly acquired scars of the
Well,
last
they-
year and a half.
She just rose going here and off, as expected.
Yeah, pretty much.
My
It's
style
like,
is
uh.
that much better than yours. My hand just automatically more.
Dooza probably like flexes a couple of the scars in approval.
Okay, so
Awesome.
your reward for service. Something that they believe will help you with your work. They give you some boots to help you move quietly. Boots of elven kind.
Ooh.
Cool.
Nice. They hope they serve you well, because you're going to need all the stuff you can get when you're chasing the Sandpoint devil.
Yeah.
If you lead your party to them, Try to let them run away first.
Yes,
Ask
please.
Susan keeps that in mind.
You should ask for a really big net to catch it.
Big butterfly net.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly
got
what
you.
you need.
Okay,
Big ass
Harry.
net.
As you rock up, there's a Cheliax person who comes forward to give you some stuff.
Oh.
She gives you a big hug first, and a kiss from the cheek saying that's from the Paracountess.
So jealous. What the hell?
She and whispers, she misses you, Grave.
All of him?
We expect nothing less.
All of him though, really?
To Willie.
And the Paracountess personally made sure this was to be given to you, and hands you a staff of evocation.
Ooh.
A wizard's got a staff with a knob on top.
I was trying to find the right joke that hit the nail right.
Yeah, that was good.
Might be a bit stiff, but it will work well for you.
Harry's always got wood.
He's all
It's got nuts in all the right places.
Hey, I take morning wood to a whole new level.
Yeah.
It's all day wood, thank you.
See a doctor if it goes for more than 4 hours.
I'm really glad I've never seen a very clear picture of Harry, because I feel like it's borderline creepy.
No, it's not Harry Potter because that's at least PG, okay? It's
Yeah,
R-rated
copyright.
because of...
Oh,
Crimson Cold Water.
Okay, so Kroll, you're up for your reward here.
Uh-oh. Is it a bus? So I can be thrown under it.
They sort of, you know, that there's a long conversation where, yeah, Kroll should come, yeah. So it takes them a little while for they get you up on stage.
It's a bus that you can throw other
Okay.
people on.
Apparently, for some reason, there was some, concern.
That's fair.
appendix.
So yes, you find yourself on stage, and they offer you a set.
Alright, shut up.
That was it, you can go now.
yeah. You come up and he goes, breath mint? You take one, he goes, right, well.
Magical breath mint? No.
Oh, God.
Gives you
Could be if you want. I can do that.
At the expense of the helmet.
Okay, so they give you a diplomat's badge.
What does it do?
It is a gift from Grandmaster Torch for throwing everyone under the bus.
Okay.
What is it?
It says this should help you do it even better.
Okay.
So, a diplomat, when displayed prominently, this brass badge makes creatures find you more agreeable. You gain a +1 item bonus to diplomacy checks.
Okay.
Ooh.
And as an activate, once per day, you can attempt a DC 20 recall knowledge about people of human ethnicity, a non-human ancestry, or some other type of creature.
Is that,
If you succeed, the badge bonus increases to +2 for diplomacy checks with creatures of that group for the rest of the day.
Oh, goodness.
is that in the core or is that a
It is a core thing.
what page is it?
It is page 609.
Why would I ever do that?
Where is this?
Why?
And then the day before you leave, Zed shows up, and as a ceremony, we'll wait until M comes back for that one.
So that's about when we're having our chat with, is that about what happened in Magnamar?
This is before that. Okay, so
Where is the thing?
the rest of you have also been given 50 gold to spend
Ooh, 50 gold.
as thanks for your efforts, and most of it has a thank you from Grandmaster Torch for helping further his goals in the society.
Oh, right. Yes.
Which is a huge princely sum.
It is.
Mm-hmm. So apparently you got the notice of someone who liked what you did.
That's Varisan coins, is it?
That is going to be in Varisan coins, yes.
Mum,
Yep.
the stuff or never mind, found it.
Stuff of evocation is in
Okay.
there, yes.
Yeah.
You got the level 1, the low level version.
That's fine.
I think it's level 5 actually.
Level 5.
So, Chris walks out to the group,
Yep.
disguised as Margaret.
Oh, here we go.
Margot was
Here we
very
go.
attracted to Faux Margot and.
You mean you don't go out dressed as Quest?
No, I go out and start hitting on myself.
Okay. Apparently you're not as interested in yourself as you thought you were.
So unlike.
No, I meant the other you didn't pick up on it. So,
Don't
so
say
the
well
quest,
for me.
this quest reciprocate the attention of Margot?
No.
Okay, so I was correct.
you eat?
Apparently you don't like yourself.
I whack off the hat, he's giving me a bad name.
Is it level 5 or
You
level
miss.
6, Mum?
I think it's level 5.
No,
Well,
it's not.
level 6 maybe. It's the stuff of
Hat's
evocation.
like the lowest. It's an illusion.
So I get to
The
detect
full
magic as a cantrip.
Alright, I
It's-
probably missed.
It's an item to keep you going.
Yes, it is.
As noted by the Paracountess.
Yes.
It'll help you last longer.
Oh no, y'all.
I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Found it. I was looking at stuff of divination. I'm like, this doesn't sound like parry at all. What? This is bullshit. Found it,
I could
never
have given
mind.
you the staff of enchantment.
Hold the spell.
Yeah, that would have worked too. Days charm command, yes.
Okay, so yes, you have Zed arrive at the outdoors, and who is someone to actually get you? Who do you ask for to actually come and get you from the Pathfinder group?
That would be Parry.
Okay, Parry, you've been summoned to the door because some strangers at the door. Turns out to be Zed.
Hello.
Hello.
Long
May I,
travel?
indeed. May I come in?
You may.
Okay, so yeah, you've been told by that anyone without a wayfinder is under
Escort.
your escort.
Why isn't
So apparently you're responsible for both Quest and now Zed.
it? God damn it!
I was going to make it dues of it. Josh is here.
The Harder family.
Saved you from-
I know, because he saved you at the gate. He's now responsible for you in the city. Don't you like it when everyone else points at you? Like Josh.
Perry's awesome. Perry's gonna have some alone time.
Well, you've got your stick now.
No, with us.
So yes. So yes, you've had the person who's had to bring you into the society and vouch for you. And then you're given a ceremony where you're given back your wayfinder officially. Handed to you by Dooza.
Thank you, Dooza.
And why does Dooza actually hand back the wayfinder?
Because she's a forgiving and awesome person.
Yes.
Well, I had a feeling that
You would come back?
he would come back, and
Thank you.
given that
For some reason I actually bookmarked
you-
what the page I
you-
needed, so.
gave it to me essentially. I felt it was my duty. Yeah, Poppy may or may not have used it as a chew toy by accident, but you know we'll let that one slide. But Dooza felt that it was his duty to welcome you back. And you know, sort of say sorry in a way for how things went down, but
No, I understand. But also the what was it that you said specifically, Kroll? The factions don't matter. We are Pathfinders first. Totally agree.
Smile and nod.
That was when we were arguing about who was in whose faction, and you smacked two of us over the back of the head and said, "Factions don't matter. We're Pathfinders
Well,
first."
that's true. You did say that. I remember that too.
So I'm just making sure to reiterate your words. It's an excellent lesson to remember.
Still has to love.
So you're obviously a leader he's paid attention to.
Yeah, right. I'm a fucking donkey.
That can be arranged. Okay, so
Or he's Scottish kind. Not
you
And
find
red
yourself in the next you also end up with 50 gold
Okay.
as a thank you from the Shadow Lodge.
Oh, good.
You feel so good about that.
Well, actually,
And a personal letter from them about how they thank you for helping set up the Shadow Lodge in Magnuma into a better extent now.
sorry.
They thank you
Say
for,
again?
for helping setting up the Shadow Lodge in Kamaga.
I checked if this was addressed to Kroll.
No, it's addressed to you. With a note of 50 gold. Your actions have helped cement their lodge in the city.
I'll take the note if you don't want it.
Sorry, did I
Haven't
miss
taken money.
some of the other stuff?
You also got 50 gold.
I got 50 gold.
Everyone got 50 gold.
Oh, from the Shadow Lodge or just
From the Shadow Lodge.
Okay.
And a personal thanks from Grandmaster Torch for helping with the Shadow Lodge in Kamaga.
You should go buy $50 like gold pieces worth of torches and leave them all at
Mine?
house.
Yeah.
It says you spend a number of charges from the staff to cast a spell from their base.
Yep.
Doesn't say any charges.
In rules for staves, it does.
At the start, there's a section for staffs at the start of it. It tells
Oh,
you all
hello,
about
I
it.
found it.
And you have to charge it.
I think you can give it like 1 or 2 charges per day. But
So be careful you don't overcharge it or undercharge it.
Well, what did you get?
You just want to get charges just right. Any premature firing will go badly.
Do you expend spell slots to charge it?
Very
or-
disappointed party, I'm assuming.
something like that. I don't remember.
Okay.
It's something like that.
They can't spell more than one spell.
So 1 month before Zed arrived, there was a ceremony in Magnuma. The Shadow Lodge had thrown a thank you and farewell to the Half-Light wardens, the Dusk Wardens. As their society had disbanded and there was only one warden left in the city.
Awkward.
And Zed has the title of the Last Warden. Which he gets to add to his character.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
The
so
Last
bad.
Dusk Warden.
The last Dusk Warden.
Last Dusk Warden.
As long as no one asks where'd you get that name from, it sounds really cool.
It's like the Lone Ranger. Would you prefer the Lone Dusk Warden?
No, last is fine.
And there is the dwarf who helped you get out has been given a dagger from the Shadow Lodge who managed to find it for him.
So he did it.
Oh, they did find it for him. Because that was one of my lists of things to do. Okay, good.
I was like,
Good.
3 charges. Oh, cool. If I charge it.
And there's a big celebration going on. And did anyone want to ask him any questions before he departs?
Who were we asking? Grand Torchy guy?
No, the dwarf who got you out.
Oh, he's here.
He's in Magnum.
Oh.
I'm going to approach him. Stop my glip glop. I just wanted to
This
say...
is, are you Wally? Where's Wally? Is that you?
Where's
Wally?
Wally? Nice.
My character smiled. I just wanted to thank you for helping us to leave the city.
Yeah, I didn't help you.
Yes, you did. You may not have meant it, but I want to thank you
I
anyway.
was trying to help Zed.
I know. But I want to thank you.
He appreciates it, but, well, yeah, crap happens.
I agree.
I have a question for him.
Yep.
So I wonder, so if Zed is the last Dusk Warden, what's your title?
I am no longer a Dusk
Mister.
Warden. I'm a dwarf.
So,
So,
Dwarf?
So what happens to you now?
Yeah, where are you
I
going to
go
go?
home.
Jennifer. I might see you there.
How long, when were you last there?
next question
It
is
was
why are you
wild.
playing 20 questions for the
It
dwarf?
was a while.
It's been a while since I've been there. Probably since before you were born.
We still probably won't be
Oh,
able to
really?
get the answer we want.
Well, I'd fill him in on what happened probably 7 or 8 years ago.
He has a long conversation with you over beer.
Okay.
Except I.
Apparently, a lot of people have conversations with you over beer.
What are you doing in there?
It turns out he actually had a house just down the street from where you grew up.
Well, considering I lived on the streets.
And you remember that house being
Seems to be.
abandoned for as long as you can remember, and it was his clan house.
If it was abandoned, like abandoned, then probably me and my
Friends.
friends might have stayed there
What's
time to time.
Well, it was abandoned because the dwarf who owned it had been disgraced.
I don't think Runelords kids
So
are
that
that
clicks
picky.
in my head. I go, oh, okay.
He had lost his clan dagger. He wasn't allowed home until he got his clan dagger back.
And now he has it.
So probably I would put it 2 and 2 together and get sort of 5. And I asked him, so you've managed to retrieve your clan dagger?
Because apparently, one of the groups in Kamagar had it.
Groups.
Did they know that it was yours?
Yes,
So they were keeping it from you?
they were.
Do you know which group?
They would not tell me.
It's very mean of them.
Well, no, it's avoiding revenge, I assume. Okay.
But thanks to Grandmaster Torch, I now have my dagger.
Yes. Yes.
So is he gonna become Pathfinder, or is he gonna... No.
That would be funny.
No.
He has no interest in joining the Pathfinders.
I'll become a Pathfinder and only
He hasn't been
Pathfinder.
home in 30 to 50 years.
Wow. Well, I'm friendly and I fill him in on what happened at, what had happened and what he can likely expect in, because I actually have city law, the Janglehoff.
And he sort of, you compare discussions. You notice that not much in Janglehoff has changed in the time since he was there. The fact that his place was a derelict meant that it was cleaned about once a week
I got a.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
instead of cleaned on a daily basis.
A full check.
That was why it was a derelict.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Wow. Alright.
The doors don't, do things by halves.
No, that's for sure.
And so the neighbours kept coming over and cleaning the place.
Okay, so we had that sort of lookout timing thing where the doors would come over to clean the place and we'd like,
Or they'd make you clean it.
or they'd make us clean it. They call
So
us.
if you didn't get away fast enough, you were cleaning it. So you remember cleaning his room on more than one occasion?
Yeah.
So if you could describe his entire place, and you get, yeah, I remember cleaning that and that.
No,
and
no,
that.
I don't mention the fact.
But
that
you
we-
remember it, but you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
actually
I-
say anything.
No. So imagine he might get a little bit annoyed if I start going, yeah, man, and we, one time we took a big dump in the corner of your room and, and graffiti everywhere and, no.
It's writing in imprecise Dwarvish. Yes, the person came in and made you write that 10,000 times in the
Now, how do you split the infinitive?
Now you've written it 10,000 times, you can go.
Yeah.
Yes, no life of Brian Quiet's here at all. Okay, so yes, you do remember many a time when you were instructed in the right way of doing things by dwarves. You still don't quite understand how they understood that you're trying to rebel.
Actually, my character was just really trying to survive. I've got that, running around pickpocketing and doing all
Well,
those
in a dwarven settlement, trying to survive meant that you were going from door to door getting looked after by different dwarves.
Oh, okay.
They would bring you in because you're in their community. Otherwise, you'd be thrown out of their community and wouldn't be in there at all. You're either a member of the community or you're not. There is no second things, and they look after their people.
Okay. So I was effectively rebelling.
So you're an orphan of the city, pretty much. Everyone in the city looked after you.
Okay.
They weren't particularly nice, they weren't particularly friendly, they weren't particularly helpful, but they all looked after you.
You just didn't stop.
So you're not going to starve to death.
You're not going to starve. You're not going to be. You're not going to freeze. You're not going to die of thirst. You're not going to be malnourished. You're probably just not going to be, treated as well as a dwarf would, or expected to learn the same way as a dwarf would. 30 years of training.
Yeah.
Have you finished your schooling yet? No, I've still got another decade left. At least it's not an Elven year of training. Have you spent your first 100 years training yet? Oh. Damn you! Okay, so yes, you have these fond memories and also these bitter memories at the same time because all the people you grew up with, the dwarves, all didn't age as fast as you did.
No.
And you advanced beyond them in maturity very quickly.
I've went off to train at the dojo and took on my own life, my own future.
This will be interesting to see how quickly you will go because He's still got another 100 years at least in his lifespan. So we might go stretch his legs for about 20 or 30 years.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, at least it's not an elf who's going to he says at least he's not an elf who's going to go stare at a tree for 100 years.
No.
Has this tree moved? I think so.
Every day.
So you can see he doesn't have this huge opinion on elves, but he thinks humans are slightly better if a little more, quirky. He does think that you'll get better if you just sit on some stone and rest for a little while. You'll see things a lot clearer.
Like a
Yes.
frog.
Like a frog.
So you got over your head not too long into the conversation while I was chatting with him. Does anyone
Yeah.
else?
Got dwarf, and I was like, hey, see you. That's
Does
what I
anyone
was
else want to
calling.
talk to the dwarf?
Say hi, thanks for helping us. Buy a beer.
He thanks you for your beer and hands it to Willie.
Good luck with your next venture.
He says he was looking at seeing if he could take on one of the forest of goblins.
If you'd like, I'd like to point you in a direction. Or, come help me.
Is Doozer still holding the party loot?
I believe so.
Just gotta cross off 5 that gold.
Okay, so yes. You now find yourself on the road to Sandpoint after having all this time, and then you also remembering you actually managed to go out and do some shopping. Is there anything you wanted to chase down for yourselves? You now have 50 gold to spend, which is more money than you've seen ever in one time.
Can we
need
get
to
back
figure out
to you with
something.
that?
Like,
I'm already encumbered. So unless someone else wants to hold the cookware, please, somebody.
You got a pony? Maybe you should get a pony.
yeah.
Food.
Doesn't phone fall under horse.
Quest does spend time riding socks.
And on the day that you leave Magnemar, you have your worst nightmare. You're strapped to a horse.
Yep.
Face down.
Do we need to buy horses or can we borrow horses to go?
The lodge has acquired some and asked you to look after them because if you lose them, you bought them.
Yep. You break it, you bought it.
Say strap the horse face down. Top of the horse or underneath the horse?
On top of the horse.
That's alright.
It's not going to kick you that much unless you roll over.
Yeah.
That they've suggested not rolling where its hooves are because it doesn't like goblins.
Yeah, what?
If you go to where its hooves are, it's it's little sharp things at the bottom. It will squish a goblin.
Can we buy some of like the minor magical items, like the consumable ones?
You would have very little problems buying consumable items.
Okay.
They can get in a lot of stuff for you as well.
Is there there are limits on magic items if you want to buy them?
If
I
you've
mean,
got the,
considering we've only got 50 gold, but
if
still.
you've got the money, you can blow it all on one item.
Okay.
Okay.
This is because you probably won't be getting a big payout for a while.
Yeah.
And they're sending you off into the wild, so whatever you buy for you now will probably suffice until you get to level 3.
Yep. You gotta keep some spending
That's
money
fine.
and
Get right to it.
some rations and.
You can spend time going through it. So
This is going to take me forever.
here's a big list of stuff. So you can actually spend your time between sessions going through and deciding what you want to take with you.
I'm sure mine won't be that amazing anyway.
Well, it can be. There are an awful lot of items you can buy for that price, and buying consumable items is not a bad way of doing things because honestly, you don't need to keep the items, and a consumable item might save you and the group far more than a permanent item will keep you alive.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that's one thing to keep in mind. I've given out people gifts of permanent items,
Yeah.
and so some got higher and some got lesser. But some of that was also based on what you were doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'd purchase a magic item.
you purchased a magical item. You just write down what you purchase and send it to me later.
Yep.
Sure. You don't have to worry about it too much right now. Okay, so you find yourself traveling in the wilderness. It's the first time you've actually had some nice relaxing time because there's a lot of farmland between here and Sandpoint. There is goblins, but most of the goblin problems have been no, that they've all moved towards Karmagar.
Oh yeah. I wonder why.
And so goblins seem, as far as you know, that you haven't seen many goblins this side of the city. You saw more goblins there than you did here.
When we're dealing with like the whole 7 virtues or sins at the moment, Zed is purely on wrath. Let's just get that set right there. Would have been zeal up to a couple of sessions ago. It's pure wrath.
Okay, so you wake up and it is a bright, shining morning after all the crap you've gone through. It's a sunny day. It's summer. There are birds chirping in the background. This for all the doom and gloom you've been through over the last couple of years and all the struggles you've gone through, it's actually a nice travel.
But...
Yeah, waiting for that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the shoe. It doesn't come yet.
Well, we run into the Sandpoint Devil.
So,
Not at this level, honey.
I know.
Well, that would put a damper on our day,
well,
wouldn't
you
it?
can, but you might have to run.
Yeah, big time.
So, which one of you got a special task to do? Who wants a special task?
Who wants one?
Who wants to be the person who was given a special task?
Wasn't I given a special task?
I think I was too.
You're
No, I was given a favour. We were given a
Side
favour.
hustles.
Okay, so you wanted to be the person to be given a special task?
Nope.
You're given
Why not?
a
Oh, okay.
object to give to Sandpoint as a thanks from one of the friends of the Pathfinder Society. It's called the Star of Desna. It is a jeweled historical star that's worn on a tiara.
I suspect this is going to be stolen on the way here, but yep, sure.
It had just been recovered by the other group.
Oh, of course it is.
And it's due to be used as part of the Sandpoint festival, honouring the opening of their new cathedral to Serenray.
It's festival for Saturday.
And Desna as well, there's other gods. They sort of celebrate most of the benign,
But we
healthy
know
gods.
who to give it to.
Yes, the head priest.
Head priest of Saturday.
Head priest of the temple. He sort of is a... He worships all of the different followers.
I just want to make sure we got a name, so there's not some shyster at the front.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's
Hand it
me.
over.
Yeah, hand it over. Yeah. Well, that's just what I need.
Okay, so I shall get his name for you then.
No worries. No, as long as there is a name,
There is a
so
name.
we can do like an identity check before we
Yeah,
hand it
yeah.
over. Happy to have that conversation any time too.
So, oh yes. Who was that? I don't.
Yeah. Klaatu Verada. Yeah.
Not that I haven't had that before. Okay.
It's been done.
So yes, you have been tasked with taking this as part of the celebrations. And as members of the Pathfinder Society, you've been told to don't announce who you are.
Don't announce who you are.
You're here representing the society,
So
but people don't need to know who you are
Hand up some magic words for everyone.
or who you support.
Heading your way.
Hey?
Heading your way.
This is your chance to show that you can
They got the room.
Yeah, yeah.
help
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
support the society without causing undue attention to us.
Okay. I'm not actually clear what they're trying to say.
Hand wraps don't exist.
They're saying shut up and
Yeah.
smile.
Yeah, it's like
They'll be on-
help show people that they support the society, but don't tell them that we're supporting the
You're
society.
supporting the Magnum
First one.
Society.
Yep.
Who are sending this on under the protection of the Pathfinder Society. So Magnum has been supported, but you're going to deliver this to Sandpoint, and Sandpoint don't need to know that you're part of the Pathfinder Society. Just that you deliver this securely
behalf
and
of
safely
Magnum.
on
Magnum
behalf
are
of
so
Magnum.
awesome, and I am Mary Bowen.
How did
Magnum's great!
how did disguise come in useful?
Yeah.
Yep.
Go Magnum! Mary Bowen.
So you look more like a gnome now.
Yes, I'm very happy about that.
And so what does Goblin normally look like?
Goblin looks like a goblin, though. They last for an hour. Gets near the city. Let me off, let me off.
I would have put my hat on.
Figure out want to see how far I can get into without being shot. Well, it'll be
Why don't you?
fun. Do it. Come on. It's like being just you, but
When
tall.
Quest is being disguised, he's disguised as Troll's brother.
The blue dervish.
So apparently you've gained a brother. From a different mother.
Cousins, distant cousins.
Not Chloe.
So it looks like you're now responsible for someone else.
No, this one's responsible for that one.
Only in Magnemar.
Damn it.
Apparently you've gained responsibility for him in Sandpoint.
So did Quest get given a Wayfinder as well, or?
Quest has a wayfinder. Everyone has a wayfinder so they can get into the Pathfinder Lodge, because you are considered full Pathfinders.
Alright. I will make sure my brother doesn't get up to shit.
Hey, cuz. Hey, only your cousin for an hour.
Yeah, you say that now.
For reference, while everyone's here, does everyone donate the 10% to party loot? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Then sure.
So yeah, 35 gold into the party loot bag for that Doo's are still carrying.
Oh, I guess.
Juice has got more
If I
money.
get a vote, then I'll hand over.
If I get a
$5.
vote, we've got a Pathfinder badge now,
What's
so
the
yeah,
current
can't
party
stop you.
funds though?
Unfortunately, we're not having any votes.
I
We're
haven't
moving as a party.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Because I was going to recommend people get health potions.
Do we want to just spend the $5 piece
What?
on a health potion each?
That makes more sense.
Party funds could be 7 health potions.
Yep.
Could be.
Well, we can do that. I don't know.
7 health potions.
7 health potions.
That saves me
Okay.
killing up shit later.
And Parry's getting himself a channel protection amulet.
Oh, it'll keep you all alive longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, only if we're doing a potion, right?
Well, it will bring you back from dying.
Okay, so yes. it will be
I now have no money whatsoever.
At least it's better than the ointment of healing, which they've got to apply to the outside. With this, bit of arsenic, bit of belladonna, bit of wolfsbane.
Sounds like you're gonna snap right back.
So I've got
Step somewhere.
I've got resistance.
Isn't that the poultice you made up for helping people?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Resist 5 for harm.
Margot has the need to hold on to health potions on her person.
You do have in one of the missives from Grandmaster Torch, you've got instructions on mixing different poisons.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Which poisons work better in a salve and which ones don't.
Nice.
Channel protection amulet.
And it says try not to eat this one. It may be tasty, but it might be the last meal you eat.
Will he ask you, have you been in contact with your contact in your faction?
In Magnum?
Yes.
No, they usually find you.
But have you been in contact? Have they contacted you?
Since I've been in
And in the middle of that discussion, things black out for Willie, and you find yourself sitting in a tower.
Here we go.
As you're doing, this thing, you sort of look around, and you're surrounded by people in dark robes and hoods.
Things that will protect me from magical
Willie,
things.
we found you.
Have you? I see.
So you've been resisting our call.
Have I? Aha. Good to know. Good to know.
We knew eventually you would succumb to our call.
Okay. Alright. So, you've called me. What
Yes.
can I do for you?
Well, you've been requesting an audience with us. Here's your audience. Air your grievances. Speak your case. Or forever be.
Hold your peace.
Or forever follow and be a follower.
Rook is waiting to run people over.
Okay.
Tiger to speak.
Tiger's
Dun, 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 dun,
You're trying to be stealth.
I don't know if you're able to provide me this information.
Probably not, but we'll try.
I would really, 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 really like to know about the goblins that attacked us when we were on the path into the city, into Magnamar, into Kamagar. What the hell was that all about?
That was about goblins being crazy.
Goblin.
Crazy, yo.
That's not what
Goblins cray cray, you know.
That's not what we were told.
I know that's not what you were told, but goblins don't like the one. They don't like the dust wardens because the dust wardens hunt them. They've been hunting them for years. Every time they get into the warrens under the thing, the Dust Wardens hunt them down and try to wipe them out. And so they have a grievance against the Dust Wardens, and the Society had been employing goblins, but we weren't employing them to kill Dust Wardens.
That isn't exactly what we were told.
I know, they tell you different things.
No, not the goblins. The members of the Shadow Lodge.
Yeah, like I said, they will tell you whatever they want to tell you. And sometimes they make up their own rules. He has been chastised.
Uh-huh.
We got the missives.
Okay. Alright.
We'll send another group in to, deal with that situation.
Okay. Secondly,
Yes.
to avoid further issues,
Yes.
I would like some training.
Now, what would you like to be trained in?
I pull out my Wayfinder, the use of this.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know how to use this to contact other Pathfinders.
There are ways, but you have not learnt enough to be able to use it yet.
That's why I'm asking for the training.
We'll be able to provide you that training, but you need to be better skilled to be able to use the Pathfinder. It is currently beyond your ability.
Gut-wrenching anger leads to violence.
Wrath.
Okay, well, my character goes,
Not ready, are you? Let go of your anger.
no, hold it close, it keeps me warm.
This is not the Wayfinder you're looking for.
Going through you.
This is the trainee Wayfinder.
Okay. Well, my character goes, they were the two things that concerned me most. You
Well,
provided me what answer you could, I assume.
And what concerns you least?
Nothing.
You've got our attention right now, you may as well make the most of it. You might not get it for a couple more months. It does cost us a lot to do these goals.
Well, it's good to know I can resist them.
Goddamn international calls.
Magical zoo.
Yeah,
time is
you know those
expensive.
nights you've had migraines?
No.
You start remembering the nights of migraines over the last week. Damn it!
People fucking with my head. What the hell? Okay. No, my character goes, look, I'm currently happy with the answers that you've given me.
So we can officially say we do have a Shadow Lodge in Karmagar. It's now been told to the rest of society, and they've accepted we have a lodge there.
Okay, so the Shadow Lodge has been successful in their
Endeavour.
putting... Yeah, endeavour's a good word. Okay, alright, well that's
Endeavour is the
something.
perfect word for it.
That's something.
The only people against us at this stage are the Commerce Guild, so... Of Karmagar.
Oh, really?
They don't like us.
So they don't like the fact that the Shadow...
They don't like Pathfinders.
I don't like Pathfinders.
They pretty much set you against us.
Yes. Yes, there's a bit of that, yeah. Okay.
They played you well.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. Well, thank you for speaking with me.
That's okay. Then we will give you this one pearl of wisdom.
What's that?
Try not to die.
Hey, my character going, yeah.
So how does Willie wake up on the first
And
day?
then just like, and you see what you're doing this in front, and there's no one in front of you. Kroll got bored and walked off in the middle.
What you make
Yeah,
out?
Kroll, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. Walks away.
I'm either familiar with this or I'm just gonna go, okay, I'm gonna go do something else.
And it's also now nighttime. It's about midday when you started talking to Kroll.
So did any of the rest of us find him just standing there catatonic for an hour?
Most of you set up camp, you go to the side.
Well, that is some
Oh, I put the hat
focused
on.
meditation.
Was
That's some
there a,
focused meditation.
Like a pub nearby or something?
No, this isn't the wilderness, this is the farmlands you're walking along.
Oh, okay.
And so you just pull over and camp for the day and the night
Well-
while you're sort of standing there with that.
While he was
I put his hat on
doing
him.
his comatose thing, am I able to put like as many marbles in his pockets as possible?
Yes. You fill his pockets with marbles, his pants start sliding down.
That's fine.
So as you come to, your pants slide down.
Oh, they're around my ankles.
Yep.
Cactus like, damn, I missed it.
It's rather cold.
I pull my pants up.
There's been a lot of bugs around.
Delicious.
Hoping that has no secondary meaning.
You feel like you've got a lot of bites.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a thing.
When I put the hat on him, I made him look like Doozer, so when his pants fell down, I knew what was underneath the kimono. Then you got all these weird bites. How weird is that?
Well, look at it this way. You knew anyway. Dude didn't wear anything under the
Oh,
kimono.
I know, but I wanted a better look. Someone's staying there for an hour, you can take a good look.
It's whatever you imagine it to be. So it's not actually what it is, it's what you imagine it to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aww.
So everyone gets to see what you imagine Doozer to be. And even Doozer is impressed.
Doozer is prime.
Dude's already knows, and he's like, yep,
This is just
I'm
like.
proud of that.
That's what it looks like.
I thought it would be bigger.
Bigger
I'm
than
sure
now.
that there's usually a comment about how cold it must be.
I'm sure I can get Quest to join him if he really wants to.
Deezer says I'm a grower, not a shower.
Hey, that explains the bites even better.
So yeah, you feel satisfied now. The Shadow Lodge just talked to you.
The Shadow Lodge?
Yeah.
I thought it was the Cheliax.
Oh, it's a Shadow Lodge.
Oh, okay. That changes things. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
That's how they operate.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. No, that
There was
makes
absolutely no pain whatsoever in that.
okay. Well, okay, fair enough. That okay, that puts
But you are itchy
yeah.
in unfortunate places.
That's okay. I've got
It'll help the meditation.
yeah, I've got the focus and the willpower necessary to not scratch too badly. Oh God!
Stop itching!
Puppy helps. Scratching the legs.
It's not anything scratching.
Don't worry, it's good meditation training for you.
Yeah. Mental hardening.
Yeah, I'll just hold the swatch. What? So yes, you have this. How much you want to tell everyone of what your dream was? As everyone's, you can smell the wonders. This wonderful meal that has been eaten in your absence. And then a big pot there. It smells wonderful though.
I'll just have what's left.
A couple of burnt little things in the bottom.
That's alright. That's okay.
It's just that the goblins wouldn't eat. So clarify.
He's a goblin.
Realistically, the only real person I'm going to probably tell about it is probably Chuck, and that'll be part of the conversation that we have.
Yep. So what do you tell him? Him. Her. Quite change.
Kimchi.
I'll
Yes.
basically say, effectively, something weird just happened. I got contacted by the Shadow Lodge.
Didn't realise they had a dial-out function.
Neither did I.
Or that you had a direct line, but I'm curious to know more.
1-300 Shadow.
Yeah. I was actually looking to obviously speak with my faction, but the Shadow Lodge decided that they were going to have a word. Obviously, it seems that the Shadow Lodge is now has an accepted lodge in Kamagar. They've let everybody know, which is interesting.
Yes.
I asked them about the
Was it good music coming up?
So now, to do the introductions, I'm like, why would they be telling you that?
because I wanted the information. I originally went to my
And you said 10 messages.
and eventually, for some reason, and I've been sort of those the Paracounters didn't want to talk to me.
I don't know when, dude.
But I got a meeting with the Shadow Lodge. the
Kai kind of went,
More,
Nah,
more,
sure,
more,
watch it.
information is always good. Like,
The-
thank you for letting me know.
well, I thought you should know. The I asked them about the goblins, and they threw it all back on the whatever the hell his name is. Wayman.
Wayman Pratt.
Yeah, Pratt. Which I thought was a cop out. Just between us.
You're just speaking shop about
I'm speaking and Duz is involved, so if everybody else is around, then I don't.
He's not being clandestine
No,
about it.
I'm
So
not hiding
if people aren't trying to avoid it, like probably get
Or want
involved.
to be involved.
did they say that they're using goblins as messengers?
I didn't ask.
I got
I-
told that Shadow Lodge is using goblins as messengers outsider.
Oh, really?
Why?
Yeah.
Industrious and work for nothing.
Okay.
Yep.
Cheaper than rats.
Look, and
Cheaper
look,
than gargoyles.
but here's the thing, Quest. You're the most reliable goblin I've met.
Yeah.
It's not saying much, is it?
So, do you think that goblins are like the best people to be used as trusted messengers?
As long as the message isn't edible.
Okay.
Isn't most paper edible though?
Well, don't put it on paper.
What
Can
else?
write things in stone.
Anything else?
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah, but the goblins are really cheap. But they don't travel
Like,
well.
what are your thoughts about it?
I thought it was.
As they drag
I thought it was a
stones
cop out.
through.
I thought it was garbage. Neither Wayman nor the Shadow Lodge reps could provide a reasonable answer as to why they were doing what they were doing. I think that's pretty weak. I actually started off thinking I was talking to the Chiliacs, so that was a little bit of a mistake. But yeah.
This is like, what was that? No, probably was probably more like, what was that?
Realistically, all I asked was for them to teach me how to use my Wayfinder properly, and they raised the point that my experience is not sufficient to enable me to do that training. Other than that, we really didn't talk about much. I was a bit thrown about. Yeah, like I said, I thought I was talking to the Chiliac, so.
But again, thank you for pointing that out. That is incredibly interesting to
By the
understand.
way, just straight up, my character lied badly. Really, I have
We know
no
it.
skill at lying whatsoever.
We know it, yeah.
Alright? So, effectively, pretty much everybody around the table, around the campfire, goes, yeah, he's not telling us everything.
and that was actually the pointed question. So was there anything else?
Yeah, my character goes, not
Well,
really, no.
important.
No.
Cool. Thanks for pointing it out. Now, were we going to have any part of that other conversation about what the hell happened back there?
Yeah, if I'm happy to.
Cool. So what the hell happened back there? One minute, we're all
Ready to go.
ready to go, and then next thing there's like in quick succession.
Yep.
There's three times you betrayed me. What happened?
I wouldn't say there was a betrayal.
No, and
But
that's
what
okay.
I would say was
What happened?
there was a 90-degree turn on the plan,
Yep.
which I can
Why?
understand why that would have thrown you and it would have thrown me as well.
I sent her a message in
I
response.
got a message
Okay.
basically telling me to do effectively what I did.
Okay. From who?
My high
Powers
ups.
to be.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
And it was basically just stop interrupting the Shadow Lodge, or words to the effect.
Basically, the crux of it was, basically meet up with Wyman at the theatre
Mhm.
to discuss what's going on,
Mhm.
and to be sure not to fuck him over effectively. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but that was pretty much what was said.
Okay. Thank you again. I'm still surprised and disappointed at the faction politics at play.
You have no idea.
All I want is for the Pathfinders to be a united society and moving forward. And the more we uncover, the more we're finding that's not the case. To the point where some factions are putting us against each other.
When I got that message, I was a very unhappy person. My reply was full of all kinds of inappropriate words. But you got to do what you got to do.
Understand. But I do want to make it really, really clear to everyone that I really do agree with Crawl's sentiment. The factions don't matter, we're Pathfinders first. And that's the motto I'd like us to take to heart.
Mm.
So what's good for the Pathfinders should be good for the rest of us.
Yep.
And if we're being asked to do things that are specifically against Pathfinders, I think those are things we should question.
Then how about questioning them instead of going in and doing it? Pathfinders, not heroes. You don't like it, go ask the 10.
Yeah,
Happy to.
that's one of the reasons why I was looking to get further training in these wayfinds.
So we can talk to each other?
Well, so and to the people up the line. So you can go, WTF, idiot, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what are you doing? But obviously not so much at the moment.
Kroll, we should always be accountable for our actions. There's no question about that whatsoever.
I'm not disagreeing.
But if you can't stand up and make a decision and move forward with it, perhaps you'd be better serving the Pathfinders in a library.
Scroll, sword, and
From behind Marsh 2.
the other three.
Scroll, sword, and I think I can't remember what the other one is.
That's what they've said anyway.
Oh yeah, Blade Master, Scroll Lawmaster.
That's it.
Lawmaster, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, field work requires decisions.
Yes, it
If
does.
field agents can't be trusted to make decisions, then perhaps they need to live in a library.
Oh,
That's
no,
fine,
yeah,
but these
I'm
decisions
not
shouldn't
sure.
have repercussions that hugely affect the Pathfinder Society when we're given orders not to.
Every decision we make has repercussions.
Yes, but we had a choice to make those decisions.
Oh.
We did have a choice.
Should be clear.
You're absolutely right, we had a choice.
Oh.
And I chose to believe that the Pathfinder Society would never support
Oh, actually, so I can
attacking Kamigar.
Did they actually,
Apparently I was wrong.
were they actually attacking
Well, attacking the Undercity is still attacking Kamigar. They were attacking the people to protect
You mean
the way in and out of the city through the Undercity and the Dusklands. I still don't understand why.
I don't even need to go
I don't understand
But-
either.
cop.
But that's obviously a question mark. And I apologise, Kroll, if I made the assumption the Shadow Lodge would never be involved in something so underhanded.
Go up Namatajura and turn on
If I am mistaken, then I'm obviously mistaken as to what the Shadow Lodge mandate is. I thought the mandate was keep the bastards honest, which I completely agree with.
That's
Stop
fine.
bad Pathfinders. Totally agree with that too.
However, as Pathfinders,
Mhm.
Yeah, that would
we
take
were
you-
asked not to make waves. And I believe that you took the fact that Kamigar is your love and your home too much to heart and acted too heroically out of line to cause waves for Pathfinders.
Well, I'm not going to apologise for trying to get the
expecting an
Pathfinders
apology.
seen in a positive light. Because that's entirely what we're going to do. And we were told that the Pathfinders who were already in the city were putting the Pathfinders in a bad light. So my only intent was to stop that happening. So when I found Pathfinders running a goblin army to attack the city, my assumption was that these were bad Pathfinders and they should stop doing that forcibly.
Right.
And apparently the Shadow Lodge had other plans in that regard, which is something that I would love to talk to them more about as
And
well.
where in our Pathfinder trainers state we are executioners, or we are the juries and the judges. We
But
are
what-
investigators first, we report back, then we decide what we're going to do. Not take action into your own hands. You didn't even consult any of us. You attacked an Ardok without any of us knowing what was going on.
You're absolutely right. I did absolutely the only thing I think I could do to stop those goblins being further used to attack the city.
Without further knowledge. You went against the
How do you know
Pathfinder.
those goblins were going to be used to attack the city?
Because he confessed to it in front of us. That's what he said he was training them to do. He was sending them into the Undercity.
You said he was sending them on missions.
Mm-hmm. And they were wearing the same sigils as the goblins who attacked us, and he was sending them into the Undercity.
Actually, none of the
No,
goblins
they weren't.
underground were wearing Shadow Lodge stuff.
That's what we said earlier. There were two different factions of goblins acting in the city. One's with the Shadow Lodge, and the one's in the Underdark. And that's what we found out.
I believe your love for Kamagar has blurred your vision as a Pathfinder with your actions in Kamagar. I don't believe you should have been sent on that mission.
Very interesting discussion. But either way, we will all bear the consequence of our actions.
We shall.
That we will.
By the way, what was the rest of the discussion from in response to my letter? You said we'd talk about it when I got back.
Oh, yes. Well, it's mainly the fact that, again, you acted without proper recompense and with proper investigation.
So on the scales of evidence we were given, we had a confessed terrorist using
You got yourself a
goblins,
striking room?
previous bad reputation in Kamagar.
No, I can actually.
What was balancing it out on the
You
other
did
side
actually guys
that
attend?
flipped your decision to support him instead of me?
Anyone can lie. We don't know whether he was telling the truth or what this Arduk's background was. I would have liked to know who this Arduk was, what they were doing and who they were working for before we even went around attacking them. We were
He
not
stayed with you
given
over that
such
time.
time because
No.
you acted without any of us discussing it first.
So when everyone was choosing to not make a decision, I definitely made a decision. And in hindsight, what you're saying is we should have just waited for more information.
We should have not waited, we should have investigated
We
further.
made a decision. We didn't choose not to. We made
Even
our
before we
decision.
went in, we said we were going to take him alive and we weren't going to kill anyone inside if possible. And we were going to investigate. We were going to find out and then leave. That was the intent. And I believe you had a completely different intent going in there.
And we heard more and more confessions as we were in there.
Confessions is not evidence. People can lie.
Okay. Well, we obviously agree to disagree with the intents as to everything that happened there.
You are far too trustworthy people. And you do well to remember that.
I will. I will.
Perry's going to go read a book.
No, that one needs to be crickets.
Noting down the conversation.
I'm not going to draw using and then talking.
Everyone's like wide-eyed going,
Like stick figures. This one's Crow, this one's Zed.
Zed and Crawl's animated adventures.
So after that big heart-to-heart,
Oh, and my character does say, I am glad to see you come back to return.
I'm glad I could. Thank you.
and you wake up to birds tweeting, sun shining, cows mooing in the distance.
Ah, Sophie's here.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah.
You can even have
That's what it says, parallel life.
Not that weird. It's fat and black and white.
It's probably standing over you, like.
You call me a horse, bitch?
I want to wake up to.
So yes, you see Goblin Quest wake up surrounded by all the horses. Not one single horse is nowhere. Every single horse is standing around him. And you can see all of them sort of, squint and stare at you.
I grab Quest and drag away from horses. No.
And then they all look at Dooza.
I point to you and say, stop it, you orcish.
These are just grubs at you. He had his fun.
Teenager, stop it.
Oh, but
No.
it's fun tormenting my half
Stop
brother.
Stop.
At least yours isn't a goblin noise.
So you find yourself riding into town. They even have a picture of it. If I've got some picture of it here.
Okay, at least I didn't tell them to actually stop from you.
I have an outside view on this one. No, I don't.
Just staring.
I have a map of the town.
Yay, Sandpoint.
It is
Yay.
Sandpoint.
Oh, nice.
You come up on the Lost Coast Road.
And we see Godzilla.
Would you like to?
No! There's a quest right there!
I believe they call it a terrestrial as well. Only one of those.
Spawn of Rovergo.
No.
They actually have started them for Pathfinder.
No.
Hey, look, there's all that destruction. Glad it's going the other way.
It stops and pauses and turns to look at you. Wave.
Quickly.
It waves and gets back to what it's doing. Yes, you can hear the music playing in the distance. There's a whole orchestra going. I've got about 3 or 4 people.
Orchestra, you say?
Bring on the orchestra.
I'm talking about a fantasy setting here. They've got a whole orchestra, 3 or 4 people.
Is it 3 or 4
Big
people
band,
of like those guys who have like drums and cymbals and like the harmonica?
Oh, they've all got orchestra on.
Yeah. Is that their orchestra?
Well, they'll probably all be flutes and pans and trumpets.
So the equivalent of the.
And then you've got someone wandering with a string instrument.
Yeah, so Quest almost looks like he disappears in puff of smoke and turns up on stage.
I'm gonna go join my brother and bye.
Guys, fell. Yeah, look like ish. Kroll. Let me go through the music.
What's your name? Kroll. So everyone sees Kroll dash on forward to play music.
Okay, well,
I'm surprised if you can even help
I
me.
think at that stage
My
we all
name's
know it's
backwards
not
or something.
Kroll. Okay.
Well, you see Kroll go forward. I didn't actually say you thought it was Kroll.
No, yeah, don't worry. We see Kroll go forward to play music, and then we know it's definitely not Kroll because it's playing music.
Yeah.
In that strangely familiar off-key.
To you. Honestly, it sounds perfect. Nobody else can play it.
The strangely familiar off-key instrument that we all love.
Good choice of love there. Pure love.
Is this your goblin heritage? Is it? Off-key music?
No.
Okay.
It's just how he plays his stuff.
Oh, no.
This is his personal choice.
Is it your goblin or is it your orchid? Because I would have happily gone along either way.
No, like, the instrument is just tuned so that all 8 strings have a different note that can play one thing on one hand.
God, as a muser, that hurts.
Is that when you just pluck the same string 8 times?
No,
Oh.
1, 2, 1, 2,
See?
3, 4,
The
3,
the same music that we all love.
That you're so used to. It's so inspirational.
Oh, the better
Always
man.
inspirational.
So you've turned your guitar into a keyboard.
Yes.
I was gonna say, if I was a betting man, this sounds oddly like Guitar Hero.
As a muser, it hurts me.
And then he pulls out his beat table.
No, that's fine, okay, that's fine. I don't mind that.
Oh, can I buy a triangle and two?
No.
They do have him on sale.
Ah!
No.
They're giving him out to people to play with the music.
That, a tambourine, and a tambourine, a kazoo, and a vuvuzela.
and someone says, "Here you go, little girl." Not really paying any attention to you. So, little girl.
I'm gonna need to demo.
You got a triangle, why would you blow into a triangle?
Well,
You don't give it a triangle!
So maybe you need this little stick as well, little girl. You hit it.
I
It
heard
goes
one,
ching, ching, ching.
yeah, I heard what Martin gave you and you went, oh, into a triangle.
Well, it's not like Margot knows I play music.
Pat you on the top of the head and go, that's so adorable.
I just imagine you holding the triangle sideways and going, foo, through the middle of the triangle.
Yeah, imagine that's pretty much what it would have done.
No, you
That's
hold
what-
it, dangle it,
That's
and
what we
go.
call a low. That's what we call a low
And
performance.
you stick.
Ding! She didn't say anything.
You gotta do. She.
No, I
hits
hit
the
her. I ding.
thing.
You ding. So
She
I went
takes
up
it
and I
away
ding.
from you and she takes a stick from you and then grabs it and goes, none for you, and then walks off.
Do I still have a triangle piece?
No, she took that from you too.
She took the entire triangle set away.
She snatched that from me?
Yes.
After it's been.
Okay, so she's playing tug of war with you.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Give me a strength check.
Hey, she thinks I'm a child. I'll be fine.
You're only a strong child.
I should be a strong.
Can I teleconnect projectiles with triangles like away from
Yeah.
like into what's in his head?
Oh,
18.
19.
Okay, so you've snatched it away from her. She goes, give that back. You don't deserve it.
Well, she's got the stick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I was going to
Thief! Thief!
Oh, but I'm doing the cute little kid run.
But you're a gnome.
Okay,
And now I start crying.
I will
Using
stop.
Are you going to roll performance on that?
Oh, yes, I roll performance.
Give me a performance
Okay.
roll.
I'm crying because she's called me a thief, and now I'm very sad because I'm a little child.
Yep.
Here we go again.
Impressive performance. So, no?
Oh,
Yeah, impressive performance or impressive performance? That's a good time, Jeff. I probably lost my bet on that one.
Yeah, you have.
So, impressive performance?
Apparently they were impressed.
Then,
Whoa.
yeah, so what am I doing? Performance. 7, so 8, 14.
Okay, it's quite an impressive performance.
For crocodile to use.
Yeah.
Does anyone interfere?
Yeah.
Still looks fine.
I was going to say, listen, I'll happily teach her how to play the triangle, but
Okay.
He's gonna give
Is
it
someone
back.
going to pay for the triangle?
Hey, guy
have
standing
no
in front
gold.
of you looking down at you going,
no, you
little lady, you're gonna have to give that back.
I told you I bought a
I give you a biscuit.
channel protection outfit.
2 biscuits and you give it back.
This wizard's not
Give it back
gonna
first and
keep
I'll give you the
my
biscuit.
One biscuit, give it back.
No, back now and you get the biscuit.
spells.
He grabs you by the ear and starts pulling you into town.
I'm gonna quickly run
I can't really stop being a child now. I'm going to get in more trouble. So someone's going to come
Well,
and save
yeah.
me.
you're going to have to talk to the priest now.
Oh god, it's a.
Is it a priest?
Oh, I escape roll.
Yes. No.
Sure.
Which one's that, athletics?
No.
Go. It is athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, good. 'Cause I don't have acrobatics. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Your ear starts twisting painfully as he has in a tight grip. Obviously, he's done this to kids before.
Is this a priest or is it a
No,
guard?
this is one of the town guards.
Take
Taking you to the
me
priest.
to the priest.
Wait.
Question
Can
is,
I have a chat with one of the town guard saying, listen,
But look, we'll take it to the priest. He'll deal with it. No problem. She's obviously doing crocodile tears to get out of this.
I will say she's misunderstood and was very scared in the situation.
Sure. And she can apologize to the priest.
No, that's really not needed. I will.
Are you a priest?
No.
Did anyone hear a priest?
But.
Fine, I make a religion roll. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm re-rolling.
Priest is defensive, right?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What'd you get?
I got a 1 and then a 2.
You have the best priest here.
Plus religion would be a 9.
Okay. He turns around and
That's
looks.
a 10.
So you spout some priestly wisdom.
Sure.
He looks at you. Are you sure you're a priest?
Roll again. Prove you're a priest.
In certain cultures,
Is
yes.
this how gnomes deal with things?
You racist!
You
racist!
I will
We
explain.
tend to...
Let the priest talk.
Okay. Go on, priest.
We believe in any form of punishment should be dealt with our own kind. Therefore, I would like to punish her myself.
Punish her now, and she's free to go.
Excellent.
I'd like to do so. I'd love to know how you punish your kind.
Alright.
Sex is so hard, the illusion
It's like it's so hard her hat falls off.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be a problem.
Alright.
That's gonna be a big problem.
Just quietly. So Perry, did you bring your whip?
I'm gonna ask,
Let me have a look, did I?
I'll basically
I
ask
think
you
it's
to
somewhere in my
select
satchel somewhere.
your arm out,
Yep.
and I'm basically gonna.
I have my beating stick.
No, I'm gonna pull out my bow, put my bow next to her arm, pull it, and let go.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow.
Not the spine! Not the spine! Ow!
Give me a fortitude save.
What you don't say is you have to put her arm through it, so then you.
Well, I'm not gonna use her arm as an arrow. I'm just gonna put her arm through.
Look
so
around my That's what I'm saying. You put
No,
her
no.
arm
You
through it, so
can,
yeah,
you can
it's
angle
fine.
it enough to get a twang
Well,
even from like
That
this.
hurt like hell,
It
and you
fucking
dropped. You
did.
dropped the train.
Oh, come on! Really?
Yeah. I pick up the triangle and deliver it back to the person who. And I will explain to the lady who gave her the triangle.
She's special.
She was
huh?
She's
not
special.
special. Was just scared and wanted to have some fun. In terms of playing the triangle.
She was crying
Shush
out
you.
for attention.
Shush you.
Because well, you're obviously strangers here. You should learn your manners, and then she walks off.
I'm very sorry.
Is the guard still there?
Yeah. He's looking down. He going, huh?
Can I ask the guard who his day to you?
Me, I pray to Aristotle.
Aristotle.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will basically give him 5 silver and say go with Aristotle. And may this not interrupt your day. Again, I'm very sorry for this.
Thank you very much. You can look after the rest of your people.
You're now under arrest for bribing a guard.
The rest of them are now your problem.
Great. Okay. I am now a priest.
Oh, you're now
Let
the
me just
town
add this
punisher.
to my list of other things.
But technically you are. You are a priest of Aristotle.
Do you want your arrow back?
You didn't use an arrow, you just used a bow.
Oh, I thought
You're
you said it was an
putting
arrow.
No. So you know the rubber band thing?
Oh.
I need you to put your arm through
There is
the
a there is a red mark across your arm where the bowstring hits.
I bet you it was an arrow.
No,
That would have been worse.
No. Getting hit with a bowstring that
Oh, yeah.
ricochets off your arm.
It's a bit down low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky you don't lose the arm.
And now I'll put that
Big,
bow back.
big bruise straight across.
And then you hear in the background as Quest starts to play.
This doesn't sound like
As
Quest
troll.
music.
As what, sorry?
Look.
Look. Right.
Obviously your
Lord.
other name.
I don't
Your
recognize
alter ego.
This music's too good for Crawl. That Crawl up there, not you.
Crawl, you're not allowed to listen to this. What? Just happened to have a music one that did that.
Because if I say it's Quest, it's a...
Yeah, no, that's fair. I do enjoy the occasional confusion. That we, oh, right, okay, yeah.
the one who can actually play the
yeah.
play the guitar.
The musical Crawl, not the other
Your
one.
fucking guitar. That's what you've got. You have got a guitar.
And you hear a voice over the crowd welcoming everyone to the start of the Swallowtail Festival.
The what, sorry?
Swallowtail Festival.
Swallowtail Festival.
Now that our star has arrived,
We have a star?
Yeah, the guy playing the music up on the stage right now.
Oh! Right.
and thanks to
so
the
he's-
miss for delivering.
So he's making a big deal of like the star has arrived now. Alright, well, this is the guy.
Yeah.
Identifiable.
He is identifiable. It is the mayor of the town, Mayor Devlin.
Devlin.
Devlin. Who is standing there with the priest.
Swallowtail.
Okay. Well, like looking around, so we can deliver this now.
Yeah, but Father Xantos is who you're
Xantos.
addressing.
Okay.
What was that?
Father Xantos.
Father Santos.
Is this the priest?
So I'm just looking around. So everyone agrees this is the person we handed this over to.
Yes.
Zed's checking.
Do we need to make a check?
Sure. You need to make a check. You need to make a check.
Like society or something.
Can I use the Sandpoint law?
You can use Sandpoint law because you've heard about this place and had big discussions.
What is it? Society war?
21.
Fuck's sakes.
Your dice.
Mother who?
Ooh, can I roll?
Yeah, because otherwise you're going to tell us it's the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's better. 19.
So yes,
Dude's just like, no, don't give me care.
Natural 20 on society.
Yeah, you've heard of this guy before. He's a bit of a dick.
But he is the person to hand it over to, right?
Look at it this way.
Don't worry.
The Paracaine has told you all about how much of an idiot this guy is.
Actually, I'm not going to say exactly what came to my mind just then. I was about to say I know a few dicks, but anyway.
And basically, a bit off to the side. She wouldn't mind if something actually happened to him off to the side.
Oh, she wants to give him a
I can beat him with my stick?
Well, she doesn't like him at all.
So with, like, happy to march up and...
But of course, that's just something she said in passing at some point over the
But weren't you not meant to announce?
I'm not saying who we are or where it came from, but I'm just like, he's
Look,
like...
our star has arrived, and with such pretty wrapping too, he says.
I formally marched up and...
What a lovely lass. Who do you represent?
We are here to present the Star of Disney.
You're welcome, oh lovely one. Why don't you join in the festivities? I would love an answer with you later. What did you roll?
I rolled a natural 20 just to tend
How my brain works.
to Margot's wounds.
Yes, apparently your wound feels so much better now that he's tended to it. The lump has gone away completely. There are no repercussions of your injury whatsoever. Not even a scar. Not even a bruise. There was a red mark and it looked really bad and he made it all go away. The boo-boo's gone.
No more boo-boo.
Kroll must love you.
What is it like the government?
If he's touched by a priest, I go see someone.
I need an adult.
I need an adult here, adult.
Zed just responds to such hospitality as most generous.
You
Where did the
and
father
your
touch
friends
you?
are guests of the town. Enjoy, partake, have fun. What? What was that little one?
Did you just invoke the guest right?
I said you're guests of the town. So,
I see you. I see you.
and then the sheriff said, okay, everyone, remember, we are having fun, but be careful around bonfires. Kids tend to fall into fires face first if not looked after. Looking over at Michael. Sometimes not by accident, looking over at Michael.
It felt like a threat, yeah.
And then looking over at the person who's now eyeing you across the crowd.
Dudes are at this point probably just like subtly leers slightly over this dude.
Well, he's basically trying to say, no one push a child into the fire.
Oh, right.
Please don't push the child into the fire.
Right.
Not
But
even- not even
Okay,
accident.
the
Please
person
don't push
who's
the
Yeah,
child.
and he's basically referring to and no accidental pushing or intentional pushing into the fire.
Oh, so you're saying she would do that?
No. Just saying the person that she's not trying to
Oh, right.
was going to go over and go push.
Okay.
And he sort of looks at that going, my eyes on you.
Okay, I'll probably suddenly leer over her then, like, watching you, lady.
She winks in your direction.
I'll be leering over.
And mistakenly your Leah as a, come on.
Big buff man.
I was leering them around the same
Big Batman gives her attention.
I thought
She starts breathing.
that's what my first
Her hair grey, but she's getting attention from a big buff guy.
Stay here for now.
Okay.
Don't do.
Really fucked up.
When you don't roll, bad things
Don't
happen.
respond.
Dude, it probably just goes straight over
He's
Juice's
got
head. He
an
thinks he's doing a
intelligence
good
of, like,
job.
6. Okay.
What? Me?
No, the people.
Oh, right.
Okay, so.
They've got a -4. No, yes. No, -2.
So, that part's done.
And then they start doing a rendition of a theatre production called The Harpies. And everyone's told to be quiet and sit down and watch a theatre performance as, and they sort of hush you with your music playing as well, so you can pay attention.
Yeah, I'll listen.
Yeah, sure.
I'll watch it play. How long did it take?
And you hear that it is being formed by one of the Magnamas and Divas, Alessandra. someone who you have always wanted to meet, and she's actually performing here.
Is this your idol?
Well,
or your main nemesis?
Kroll has always wanted to meet because her singing is legendary in Hangul, as well as amongst all the Rusians. Even the goblins have heard of it.
Idol nemesis?
Should we just want to eat them?
And then after this heartbreaking performance, yeah, it was quite heartbreaking. Everyone was moved to tears.
I'm a tough guy. I don't cry.
You don't cry. Oh,
I just got something in my eye. That's all.
But everyone who brought speechless by the song by the end. The harpies lament at the end. So, and then finally, Father Xanta steps forward. He gives a short speech thanking everyone for coming in the name of Desna and the other, lesser gods. I thought you'd like that. And he declares the Swallowtail Festival underway as he wanders around to dance before the young things.
Let's just get a sidetrack. Just get all the rules and details of the festival and what's allowed, what's not allowed. What will break the laws of the town? What laws relax during time?
Well, the guards sort of said, stabbing people, stealing from people, harming people, scaring people, lying to people. Well, that one's sort of a grey line that people can lie about. If someone says, "Do I look pretty in this?" lying to them is perfectly acceptable under those circumstances. And saying, "Yes, I'll call you in the morning," also perfectly acceptable in that circumstance. So he says, "Trust me, we've all been there." Well, he says that, well, there's an old lady over there who would have no questions asked.
Are there,
Is that the one
Let's
who was
just
least
exactly.
serious
I think she
before?
might ask a few questions.
Do you actually want to show it? You do know that goblins have there is a wonder potion for goblins up on the wall in the town.
How much?
They're offering a gold piece a head.
Really?
Yeah. That is a fortune
Oh,
here.
we're worth more than that. We've got more than
There
our
is a
pockets.
fortune here. Yeah.
True.
So basically, goblins are enough from Venice, and they offer a whole gold for each head.
are there food stalls?
There are food stalls and there are fun and game stalls.
Okay.
There are numerous games and contests going, including a sack race, games of hide and seek, which I think our goblin over there would be fantastic at, considering he can probably
No
change
one
the
was-
rules.
Yeah.
So wait, are you still playing at the moment, or are you?
No, we've stopped. This guy's before, I'll play the stage for it.
Okay.
There's weightlifting challenges, balance beam contests, tug of war events.
Dudes would definitely,
Balance beam pump.
dudes would definitely do the
involved in everything.
weightlifting and probably
I'll
the
lose
tug of
most
war.
of it, but
And when you win, you get to announce to everyone that you're the best at this game.
okay.
Margo.
So bragging rights.
Definitely do the weightlifting and definitely do the tug of war. That sounds like fun.
to try.
Okay, so after about 5 or 6 people absolutely file against you, they declare you the winner very
That's
quickly.
fine, but I'll be going with.
Not many people can stand up
And
to
the
such a buff
Yes,
war.
and the purpose of the weightlifting, we'll just.
I didn't intentionally do it,
You,
but
you also won the best pet competition for Ready to Try.
the best what?
Pet. Apparently everyone loves Poppy.
Oh,
Because
right.
you
And
don't-
Poppy walks back to you carrying a big bunch of food in his mouth, looking quite happy while you're doing your weight.
Oh, does it?
While you're
So
doing
what
your
do
competition.
I'm just
Apparently
it's a
everyone
chicken
keeps
or
trying
like
to feed Poppy.
like a goblin
Oh,
Puppy
okay.
looks very
He's
sick.
not gonna fall down when you do
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to talk to Craig about that.
Yeah, looks good by the way.
I'm gonna click.
Okay, so partway through the game tonight, you notice that Puppy starts throwing up all over the place.
What should be eating?
People keep
Everything.
people keep eating probably just like everything. Because dudes has been busy doing weightlifting goals.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, if you want in on that, I'll lead you
But
to
I do that. Mum, I'll
Yeah.
be involved in everything. I'll try all the food. It's, you know,
The food
my
is
drinks.
Yeah, it's
alright.
no spice.
it's no
Sick.
dwarven meal, but it does have taste to it.
I'll
It's not aged in any way.
No fresh minotaur slice.
Provide dancing lights. They ask ooh and ah over your skill at magic because hey, magic people are so hard to come by.
When
And-
I don't know, that felt sarcastic.
Well, many people really are so hard to come by because basically they simply get killed off rather quickly.
Oh, great!
Geek the mage first.
Yeah.
Next to the goblin posters, magicians killed, wanted, or something, you know.
Last magician to visit Sandpoint 5 weeks ago. Last time a mage was killed in Sandpoint 5 weeks ago. Who was responsible? Goblins.
There wouldn't happen to be
Days
any,
without wizards. 5 weeks.
any potential
0 now.
young ladies that might be open to
That's
some,
right, you've gone way over that side, haven't you?
Oh my
or even
God.
attractive men that might be.
Okay, so there is a shade that comes up to you. You're obviously interested in her. She,
Wow.
She's like she's pretty much falling out of her clothes.
Is that the lady
He's turning me
from
down.
before, or is that from elder?
This is the young, not legal.
Not legal, okay.
Coming on to you.
How old is she?
Do you really want to know?
Not legal. There's the baseline. Not legal.
Well, what's legal, what's not
I can use
legal?
my knowledge of medicine to kind of work out from her shape what age
Look,
she
check
might
the age range.
really want.
Yeah. Look, in medieval times, not legal was 12.
To be totally like serious,
Yeah.
I would have thought that at this point in history, if you're old enough to breed, you're old enough to go down that path. That would have been my thought.
It wasn't called the Dark Ages because there was no sun, buddy.
Not legal is basically still considered a child. So anyone under the age of 14 is human is still considered a child. So he looks like he's about 13. You give me a deception roll. First a deception roll.
Just a deception.
Yes.
This is so.
Are you going to look
This
at
is
your eyes
wrong.
when you did?
So many
This
levels.
is actually
Yeah, okay. It's still
21.
wrong.
21. Okay, she was old enough.
To the rest, no. This can't.
Medicine.
Yeah. Can we just like no?
Everyone else can make a
have to
deception
stop
roll.
this.
We need to know.
Have to stop this.
Hey, Shotgun Wedding is also in this.
No.
That's a 15 to use my medicine to kind of roughly guess what age she is.
Oh, she looks old enough.
Oh.
She is or no?
She does look old enough.
You know what you do.
And someone's flying up the road.
You don't know.
I'm gonna choo choo.
What's your perception roll? 20? You're a bit suspicious.
If he...
Wait, 21?
Yeah, perception.
Yeah, you get 20 perception.
No, society.
The reason he's a bit suspicious is he's looking out for things.
Yeah, I'm looking up things as well, but just different things.
The things you're looking at are distracting.
Apparently acceptable.
My character engages with the idea of
Oh no.
And
Oh
on the
no.
roll witches, you don't have to roll the next day, but you might say you're going to.
No.
I point out whoop whoop, that's the sound of the police.
Because my character's
Is it the priest going, I'm God? God!
Kind of bit
Get my daughter away from that.
You need me to it.
Stefan, you walk over to me and you go, there's a special layer of hell waiting.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Reserved for child molesters and people who talk at the theatre. Yes.
Okay, so you know,
I think 11
just
I
you.
don't know.
A few people in town seem to shake their head as you walk off with her.
Oh, no. My character's intent is
Can we get like a society gossip or something?
is to just get to know
Maybe society
her
roll.
and basically, and not go there.
Or she wants to talk in private with you and discuss your experience and and your obvious skill with hands.
Yep.
17.
Yep.
Okay,
And that's my intent. But my will roll isn't going to let me do it.
you will say.
I did, I failed.
Okay, so let's talk about how this skill is
In trapping her.
anyone caught with her we consider her husband.
Tell me more about her.
She's been trying to catch one for about a month.
Why only a month?
That's only when she started.
is she?
It says that she's about still 13-ish.
Willie, no!
Choink!
What? We were just talking as I pull my pants.
This is exactly the scene. This is exactly the scene from Firefly, for God's sake.
You wish you could be Parry, but you're not.
Really? Put it away.
Yeah.
Put it away.
Come on, Willie, free Willie.
It's not time to free Willie yet.
No. So yeah, just literally, shoink! Have a good evening, man. She's 13.
That's when you go, oh, look, extra years to do it.
No. There's even a pause. It's just
My character goes,
pushing you out of the
And he goes-
way.
and then looks at you and goes, I can make that work.
Listen, I thought the video was demonetized in 5 minutes. Jesus, it's gone now.
On every gaming level, I'm like, this is just levels of wrong. As the father of a 12-year-old, this has to stop.
You're gonna find the child pornography.
There's funny and then there's going those 2 extra steps.
But yeah, no, don't worry. It's still funny, but it has to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're dragged out, there's this.
What are you doing with my daughter?
Really, you need
Nothing! He pulled me away! It's not fair!
Oh, for fuck's
Are you gonna marry her? Are you gonna do me right?
No,
If you pay him.
Gus!
Like I said,
what the hell?
whoop whoop, that's done.
The same guy you gave money to earlier comes up and goes, well, where's your priest?
Oh my god.
I go, that's him over there.
Hey, you, priest, he calls out.
I will,
Little guy.
I will approach.
Bad conduct.
How do you feel about
Bad touch. Bad touch.
that?
That's back in the
No, don't touch me there.
You
This
need
is
it.
my
You
no-no
do.
zone.
Okay.
What the
Tell
hell?
him to keep his pants
Hey,
on.
she's got potential. She's alright.
I'm so sorry.
She's too young.
sir.
Too young.
He has a problem with keeping his pants up. It's a problem long time. We're
If,
trying to.
if he's having so much trouble, I'll find a metalsmith. We'll make sure he's never going to have that problem again.
If you have a belt with spikes, that'd be fantastic.
Sure.
Oh, hang on.
You know, Barry's probably got a cage.
We'll try the belt with spikes first, and then if we still don't, you know,
We do have chastity belts for men.
he's not quite ready for that yet.
That's okay. Doesn't mean he's ready.
I vote for the cage.
Can I have a look?
We can get fit you for it now.
No, not fit, but I like to have a look.
Best way to look is to fit for it.
No, but a look would be good.
Why do you want to look at his chastity belt?
Oh no, reasons, things, you know.
You know we walled it shut. It sort of sticks to you after that.
Yeah, does it?
Yeah. And when it comes off, you're not going to use things afterwards.
So, anyway, you've been warned.
I have.
What happens next is on you.
I understand.
Don't go there, he says.
Willie's run off. Come with me, my darling.
Surely it'd be just more efficient to cut it off.
Hey, where's this like that thing, man?
Well, we would do that, except
time to
that
me at
there's
the
a
moment.
possibility of having it grown back again. Some people will do that, but honestly, would rather burn it off than cut it off because that's a lot harder to grow back.
I can do burning.
Okay.
I can do burning.
These, and I'd just like to introduce you to my.
So your friend's offering to burn it off.
Yeah, I know
Yes.
he is.
Yeah, we're just trying to.
Is this part of your religious services?
Penis offerings are not part of our religious services. Thank you very much.
Cool Moyas are us.
Fuck's sake.
Meanwhile, Dooza
Well, I can
brings
freeze it.
puppies
How about
to our
freezing it?
priest.
Freezing it
Sorry,
sounds like fun too.
priest.
Okay, a rather sick puppy is being brought towards you by Duzo, who's looking rather concerned.
Throwing Pathfinders under the bus is one thing. Throwing Aristotle under the bus is another.
What comes first, Aristotle or Pathfinder?
There's the line.
Now we know. As soon as we throw gods under the bus, it's a whole different thing.
Okay.
Third party members all day.
Oh god.
So, and yes, Puppy gets thrown in your arms.
What? What? Why?
And
Be
it throws
thrown
up
on
all
the
over
bus.
you.
Sick.
Dooza thinks that everyone's been feeding him party food.
Can I make a rework? You know, can I change dice?
Sure.
They're the dice of shame.
Oh, the guys are
Yeah.
shame. Shame.
That's like the fourth one I rolled. Or
Shame.
something.
Shame.
I told you, you didn't believe me.
I believe you. I'm just stubborn.
What's her name? Did I
Her
get her name?
Hey, you didn't get her name. Her name was
Oh, now you are.
Vinder.
There
Now
Shayla's
you are.
Vinder.
Shameless.
Shayla's Vinder.
Shayla's Vinda.
Yes. She says she'll be 14 by the end of the year.
Shameless. Shameless. Yeah, I
That's
think.
a
Shameless
That is
version.
technically it.
Nice.
23 on nature to see what I can do to help Puppy stop being sick.
You basically take him to some water.
Okay, alright.
Puppy is fixed now.
And throw Puppy in.
Puppy probably would jump in anyway, but
Yeah,
just
you blessed
saying.
him. Boosted us.
He drinks enough water and he's fine.
Okay,
then the
so
guards
I will
come
then
back
hand
and
Puppy
said,
back
"Why's
to
your
you
dog
to make sure he keeps drinking water.
Okay.
Zed is literally trying to have fun for a change.
You are actually having a ball in this place. People are nice.
Okay.
They're accepting of all non-goblins that you all are, especially with your costumes.
It's his magic from the dancing lights. He can make us look like scurvy.
No, shut up. It's not my magic. Shush you. I'm keeping everyone entertained with dancing lights, including you child.
Yes, and that's how magical you are. You can make scary goblins out of you.
And
Hey
then
Willie, how's your acrobatics?
at
That's right,
midnight
that was
there
right.
is a loud explosion
Yeah,
coming
I've been
from
involved in everything.
north of the city
Oh.
That explosion.
as fire basically
Trying
arcs
to,
right into the sky.
I'm
Oh,
interested. Let's go.
Come
Miserably.
it's like their version of fireworks.
Right after the explosion, you hear goblins.
It sounds like the scary thing in the we're meant to be
So,
following.
Oh.
what's that?
So right after the explosion, you hear the
Four,
sounds
four.
of hundreds of goblins
One, four,
singing.
eight.
Yeah, so
Goblins.
And that's where we're finishing
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
Singing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're about to be attacked by goblins.
Awesome.
Oh.
Hey guys, come to that.
Oh,
Should we
So we
maybe-
finished the night just
should
as the goblins come
outsiders
charging
out
into
front
town.
I should know that
but
because
you know
that's
what?
what
We
the
think
goblins
the
do.
goblin's a chieftain.
Hey, we should investigate.
Yeah. Don't want to make any assumptions about
So
it.
That's
yeah,
right.
Just
Yes.
quickly,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
good
just
call.
We shall
putting it out in the
investigate.
open. I've been asked to take out any goblin chieftain I see.
Oh, now you tell
Well,
us.
there would. Yeah.
I think there's one in
Yeah.
over there somewhere.
Yeah, I just
Why?
Because
apparently
reasons.
then if you have dates.
It's supposed to be what?
You need dates. They're a bit single.
Ugly goblins need dates too.
Goblins are people too.
Oh.
Goblin lives
I'm
matter.
not interested in doing that. No, I'll leave that to
It's
you.
just a
Oh,
peaceful
oh, now you have sense.
Quest.
I've always had that. What are you saying?
What we don't understand, it's just a peaceful protest, guys. Come on, Goblin lives matter.
There is a difference between goblin representation and goblin reproduction.
Oh, also, I've got a bounty in my head. Chieftains put bounty on my head.
What, more than a goal?
Less than that.
Like a goblin chieftain has a gold.
That's the best joke tonight.
Now, not saying that we should, but if we slaughter all the goblins before they get into town, we could take them all in and get lots of money.
And then we could be big game heroes.
Or we could be like, no, we'll trade your chieftain for this one.
It's what, a gold a head? I mean, sure we got 50, but if we kill 100, that's 100 gold.
I find it.
Not that we should kill
I
them.
don't think goblins are worth the gold ahead. This one definitely isn't.
No, that's what the bounty
what the
says.
bounty
Wow.
said. The bounty.
Yeah.
Look,
Bounty has as much as a gold
Golden
head.
head.
It's big,
Because
big
that's
sign
how,
of town.
that's how hated they are in this region.
Next to the wizard.
I'm surprised that you two are all for
I
this.
know, wizards are not hated.
I don't want to slaughter the goblins.
They
I'm
just
just
die by
seeing the
accident.
financial
Exactly. By goblins, apparently.
opportunity if we
Goblins
have
die.
to kill them.
Okay, cool.
I'm
So
set.
if I get rid of all these
we're learning
goblins,
about each other and finding
Your
a lot.
bushes.
I want to
Yeah,
save
there are
the
many.
goblin.
But also,
There's an
my
army.
plan
I
isn't
mean,
go kill all the goblins. My plan is go knock over the chieftain, take the goblins.
yeah, it's kind of
actually, no, yeah, fair.
Take out the chief and then rule the goblins.
Do goblins have like a
Teach them how to read and write.
Entourage.
do you need leadership? thing.
Okay.
You can
Oh,
create a
like
college
a
for
leader's challenge or
goblins.
something.
Oh my
And
goodness.
teach them to
Yes and
sing
no.
dance.
Well,
And right.
If he's part of the tribe, yes. If he's not
They
part
can
of
write your
the tribe,
Fight
music.
people and eat
They
them.
can write your music for them.
So other goblins can't.
Oh,
take
did
over
anyone
the
else just get like the
Not as
monkeys
easily.
from The Simpsons writing a book?
because tribes be crazy.
Yeah, okay.
drives you crazy.
Am I in charge? No, stab. Am I in charge? No, stab. Eventually, there's going to be a couple who go, yeah.
Yeah. During Order of the Sith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the what was the Hobgoblin of Supreme Leadership? So that was your Supreme Leader, right? Staff of Supreme Leadership, Cloak of Supreme Leader, Crown. Yes, he
Yes,
was.
he
I'm gonna put this on hand credit, so.